This is Boadu TV. Truth and integrity.
Ebusuan se me no kase 63 out of 87 MPs meche NPP MPs are more parliament age Bawumia. That means MPs ni na majority support Bawumia. Eno na Kevin tell us say one go for Jimiesa Bawumia tura with dia chere Ghana for, and Kevin Taylor is posing no more ye videos, pictures. Hey, now new executives na trending share presidential candidate Bawumia, vice candidate Napu, chairman to me, national chairman, general secretary, your friend saying, Eslosu, women organizer, how comes in a Kevin tell us say, Mount Madam Koda. Bawumia be wini obey wini NPP, but it's a nationwide. One your crowd 30% clonia.
And you're sorry, you see MPs from 11 regions, 63 out of 87 NPP MPs declare support for Dr. Bawumia. Now, I'm going to be me, I'm not going to talk that much, but my catch Ghana for Mahmoud Bawumia already election area. And I say the other people are wasting their money. And the enemy your party mupan say there are people in the party today in the race who are telling the people the truth. Me, I'm one person. I've always said, Brandon Champon, on your credible to be president. Mahmoud Bawumia, on your credible to be president. Kennedy Agyapong is never and will never be credible to be president. Country, on the crumple de kusi ukra, any Kennedy Agyapong the snitch. None of these people can be president. These people, the same way they will go and join a group and say we want to win power. We know them. Kennedy Agyapong, in kwasi asema ye kachire na ye di na tem ne kron no mo kachire no o wi a oboga ko join the Bawumia say ye nko win power. That is MPP. Kennedy Agyapong onam wona omudi na tem odi nkwasi asem owia after all this no obeka ko tena Bawumia ba asimu say yenko campaign because their focus is about money. Say if we can come together and steal from the people, that's all that they need. Brandon Champon ojina we kan kwasi asem ya and I'd say no at the end of the day omuwia they will come together and say okay mommy nyina yen join na yenko wie sika. These people, they are collective criminals. It's me. When I see them doing these things, I laugh because I know where it will end. These are a cluster of criminals who have decided to see if they can all lead a bus. If none of them or one person leads, the rest of the thieves will come together and say, that is the end game. Now, apart from them doing this, there's something I want people to understand. Hey, it is beginning to look like, say, and the MPP, Obian wo to makasa tia Bawumia, Obian to me and point out the ills Bawumia's contribution to the defeat of the NPP in 2024. I had to say, and the haram wo MPP mu. How dare you criticize Bawumia? How dare you? And so it's the yeah, because I say Ekufuado ma hijack party no. Mahmoud Bawumia na yere Samire. I say and Samira Jimmy Krampo na yetiana MPP for say ade na ko tia Samira. Na Samira ankanya politics anka Samira anko ye hwan e dia brand na Samira bo before say obeye eye second lady dia brand na Samira bo no Ghana e dia brand na Samira bo a time at 2014 15 16 na store ben no we bie kuduku store kra Ghana na Samira Bawumia oye fefe na onam enti it is looking like today in the MPP it's so interesting so obi di brand Champon atama e normal. So be MPP no dick and they upon atama en, but so be criticized by Bawumia pe, then hell breaks loose. Identina Okaba. It does not make sense. But you see, the honest truth is the NPP can only survive when they decide to allow people to tell them the truth and they themselves tell each other the truth. Without that, this Bawumia lie now clouded the NPP, it will destroy the party. A party need to be surviving. And then I'm so the say this party will be in opposition for 48 years and 42 years, and the party I'm going to nullify it in 2028. As much as Brandon Champon on Kanokre, wedding kwasiasem on your presidential material, no, at least Brandon Champon is being very honest in his delivery. Wajia tum so okahon ye say mine no. Kene Agyapong wajia tum so no so kahon no mo ball mine no. Mahamudu Bawumia and the group mbeso mejatum. And it's so despicable, because this is a political party. Nipana Olidi party no, Emma party in the history of world politics. 38%, no. That person on any groups or more party, no, they just don't want to admit to say Nipano is the weakest link in the party. And then I say NPP for Bawumia group, no. Omakofa document via Babontine. I Brandon Champon, time I know or your minister, no, fertilizer B and a Brandon Champon farm. But I'm saying the only thing Brandon Champon did was to tell Ghana for say, dollar na, you better on the phone, no, your dollar was 17. Brandon Champon always catch NPP for 90%. Or the NPP for when you see a beam, Brandon Champon not the cabinet to chair any the regional chairman. Who constituency executive now called Tuabano. No delegate was at cabinet. Brandon Champon no cabinet. Brandon Champon or Kahoni Ebu Ghana for Edi Sika. And Sender Brandon Champon catcher said, Nami wo hobby. Nami te cabinet. Nami ni mule for when you are at war. Can Agyapong points when you are not come. Men and make catcher say, dollar na yafano 4. And your Jan is 17. As me see Bawumia, or so your economist. Nipa na or say a home match or na and also any easy. When to me anye. Apart from Brandon Champon, I cromfo on kind of cry on your presidential material. No, Brandon Champon at least is trying to tell them, say, Mummy engine tum, Bawumia Jimmy in Yoma, oh yeah, any young chrono boy, 18 a party in opposition. Until we get to that point, and yeah, dear party way back to my papa, Brandon Champon was clear about it. Okay, Mummy go to Brandon Champon. Osina dollar no was 17, but almost for $1 ni free aifa, almost for free 4. He's at least being honest. Yeah, 4. Mummy engine tum. Still, there is a fashion in the party. Bawumia call for no, Kufuor call for, Gabin call for no, men Kabawumiasam. Na mami en Kabawumiasam no. Eye den na ye betu be Bawumia mana call lead party no. This brother Akromfo Asia. Na Kromfo ba akoka se uni bibi. Ye nyina ya Akromfo. Na ye njintum se ya Akromfo. Na ye ma ewiase hu se ya Akromfo se na ebe ya. Ye boy yesu onipam na nyina hu se ya sakra omaji atum. That is all. And go for so montiasie. Brandon Champon say 100,000 napko for ye for bojua ye ntiobi aka 100,000. Ye fa nipa 100,000. Ye don ko gina Independence Square the Shatawale program. E man kora we say emrante ne maba omutu nyina team free. Messiah get me. Ye paki nipa 100,000 ni nyana ya tro. Mahamudu Bawumia, who office na ehwe napko so e wosanke etua obi aka ya de mrante ne mbaba wani mumbrewa ekogina de Independence Square ewia 2:30 ewia bomma infifra sonne omo drops ase nyina afọ obi yi ne drops no him ni say no twa wanima wanim be sa azuri mark babedaha sanyoma we nyina akọ e no se me na me cabinet minister wo me de misika ehye party nim me de misika da ho hyem na me ka ho na yetena cabinet na Bawumia atimi benkum so ye de dollar ne ma na at 4 Mahamudu Bawumia nka no kore oja no 17 ontumi mbo adwuma no we de na efe sa akromfo ehia na akromfo ka omanum asem na akromfo njintum ne ehu sa akromfo sakra akromfo afi omoto ada ya ntiase ya akro ye keja ti akromfo a jaa ne yewia ya chie ne abu yeku ya penisa. Until right now the party is waiting for Ghanaians in court to beat them to death because party ni ready say omo kro no ometwe mo afrim ye po Brandon Champon wajetum so akromfo osimi nuanom akromfo yi de ne ye wia sika ye bugana fo fa so ye dada mabunu ye gi sika firi omu nsam dollar wo Bawumia o kan ho te cabinet ye de sha won safo a na wo se wo ya whiskey no dollar no ye ja ne 17 so regional chairman general secretary party executive bi betena radio so na Facebook ka say Brandon Champon bo a ono kwasia no ni tipa ne Brandon Champon party ni if a dirty riffraff nipa Jimmy fo bi o party so or a regional chairman any cabinet minister when e power One what detail. Brandon Champon has more facts than any regional chairman, a NPP regional chairman. Enti Brandon Champon on the dan cham nete, on the dan cham the meeting. Wo kwasi ampenyi wo te bono, wo te wuram, and asebio, wo di NPP for ketu obi anim, on what think can not cabinet, and I say yet national, yet man at 4. Yes, sorry no, na 17. Nipa ni Jimmy, wo te wasa won tiasie, wo te inkin kensu, wo ye treasure, wo ba bi na Facebook ye dede, o dwan count tum na kwetena baby no. And this is what I have been talking about. Part ringing tum. Inti ana me hum nyama bi say, yes nipa 63 and na MPs omu nyina be support ba omi am say hey. Mu Jimmy. And they yanka ba omi asem wo party nim. Now who said say Mahamud Baumia Ghana for want Baumia? Party na mutire mu no. Party ni kura mpe Baumia. Inti I just don't get it. Send be ya Mobetnas near Nina MPP for me MPP near Minim Nyansa. Maka Brian Champon, even though I come for party, no, hey, Osaka Semichromo, or say fertilizer, me na me a Greek minister. Fertilizer, ya dema, MPs so munkoche, Omuyanina, Brian Champon to the number 2. One and a vice president, one and a cabinet, not about Brian Champon, a Baumian a cabinet. Omunyan himself fertilizer and anko, Omo party for ni dear. Brandon Champon say yenya ye for ye wi Ghana for meme ye wi oba omia wo ye wi Kennedy su ye wi Kent ye wi Agyapong ye wi momi enka no kure no Brandon Champon ogina ho kasa asem no ono so wi fertilizer ni bi because MPP for no ni wi fertilizer no o kasa no say fertilizer yi election day yenyina na yakocha fertilizer yi ene yenyina ye wi aye ye wi fertilizer na nkodu amode be hyame na me nkwana na me nipa mekuta fertilizer wa Ghana moba me hotel na fertilizer wa ha inti Brandon Champon ka kire Ghana for say hwe ye ne MPP for no untumi ngi ye ni o ye na yetumi egige fertilizer election day ni ye wia okasa NDC for or see we wanted to steal the fertilizer and we stole it now nim there ya Brandon Champon no person kata ne to ena ba wo miankofo ne Canadian nkofo no ni wia fertilizer no omo se da bi e wo mo se ya kronfo na enye se obesi ye ntoma gufin wa abontene ene yeso ebetoto every say wo Brandon Champon the day near go to about 10 days to elections o the letter by a fertilizer ko the same day now so letter and say dey asefofro into Brandon Champon wo ye saa de ye nyina e kata so every say na yedim say o the saa de no e cover fertilizer na ye wia no enti enda omo ba abontena ba omiankofo say okay Sawsi Mahmudu ye wi ono nkwa de emblemu na ende e be kire Ghana for say ye nyina na ye wi fertilizer no Kennedy wi abi Brandon Champon wo wi abi ba omia wi abi country wi abi eye de Agyapong so wi abi enti omakoyi letter ba be kire Ghana for say he Brandon Champon be so ogu yankwa ni ma say ye nyina be te ho to enti say party no apai and the letter om de aba abontini ye begidwam enkofo we now business the letters are 2. Now, back here 27th of January 2024. And I'm yes. And the funny thing is, one letter, one date, different content. Because when you read letters now, this is what the letter basically. And team, the summary of the letter in Yinanie, my kind summary in show me we are not much show exactly. Besides, get me. Besides, I want to show them the summary of the letter. Okay, all right. Inti, mami read the letter in show. Besides, I just saw you send me a summary of the letter, but if you want me to read everything, I can read everything. Now, this letter, where am I reading? This is what is in. Now, Brandon Champon, and a minister, a Greek minister. We mo ye review. We mo omo wiya che. And we are no. So, in the letter, no, Brandon Champon issued this letter on the 27th of November 2024. Baumia for na kofa bawo. Because Baumia so on tiasie. Oni Kennedy muso mon tia say Brandon Champon beso chese onu nyewi abrobu nyina yewi enti the summary ni say Brandon Champon issued a letter on the 27th of November 2024, signed on his behalf by the acting director, chief director. Now, that letter will release it on the 27th of November 2024. No, chief director sign my Brian Agyapong. No, that letter no. What happens and then they say, and the reference number on the letter no, SC 504/505/505/08. Now the same letter no, the same day or release letter 2, Brian Agyapong, or release letter 2 with the same date. This is the same Brian Agyapong. Omo chair fertilizer we na afọ be say Jimmy. And about omia akose omunko yi letter number ka Ghana for because omunya na wi fertilizer. Hey, and we wi abewia. Ye nyina ye wia. Enti omo bo moto powder wo wiem. Omo bo omo to powder e wo de enkejetia. And ye ya kwesi dey and NPP for bo moto powder wa kwesi dey ase. Now the same day he replaced the letter with another one bearing the same reference number and signed by the same acting director, chief director. Though the distribution list differed. Now, letter in the Mamen Kanchemo. No Brian, no vote. No Kennedy, no vote. No Baumia, no vote. No Kentry, no vote. No Eddie, Agyapong, no vote. It is a one party at Thomas Jimmy. No Brian, no vote. No Kennedy, no vote. No Baumia, no vote. No Kentry, no vote. No Agyapong, no vote. It's a Jimmy 4. Now, allocation of fertilizers, that is MPK and urea to the regions. Brian Agyapong, chief director. And I didn't Sasha Asiama Brian Agyapong, 27th of November 2024. They are criminals. Oh, when we are with we are if it was Breman on their politics. Oh, MPP4 as a political party. Chrono mu krodo so. Unim krodo so. Chrono mu krodo so. Omo to say chrono mu bed bags. Baku ura ufia wewu. MPP. Yaka chrono mu krodo so. Yaka krodo so. Chrono mu bed bags in some grozio. Chrono mu some grozio. MPP. And anti-copy back. MPP. Chrono mu krodo so. Chrono mu eyadian and mumpuruka. Chrono mu eyadian bed bags. Obuwa. Baku uram and the utiati. Now, the Ministry of Food and Agriculture, MOFA, has allocated specific quantities of fertilizer, NPK, and urea to be distributed to the various regions. Now, please find attached the quantities of fertilizers allocated to the holding centers in your region, your information, and necessary action. Due to logistics and time constraints, management has decided that the fertilizers are transported directly to the Metropolitan, Municipal, and District Assemblies, that's MMDAs. This implies that the fertilizers will no longer be transported to the regional holding centers. Please find attached the quantities to be distributed to the various MMDAs for your information. Ministry of Food and Agriculture has contracted Rans Logistics Limited. Sa company we are contracting Brian Agyapong there. Sa company is distribute fertilizer and Brian Agyapong there. Agyapong no share wom. Agyapong ko cocoa board. Me say what dey Kennedy crop and dance ma. Agyapong o ye wi cha mu nyina. Ba omi aye wi o. Sankofo no omo awi race no. Etise Usain Bolt. Carl Lewis and omo win close 9.5 9.0 omo no enko 9.2 na omo race no Brian Agyapong Agyapong ne ba omia omo kro no omo ball no abem no etese Usain Bolt akwa friend saying Carl Lewis and ba akwa no kakaka no sanko for the race 9.1 9.10 9.13 a tight race chronomu tight race. Now Ocho letter we no. The same day, and yes, I printed another letter. Gigim. Now, also another letter by the same day, the same date, the same day, in some room. Farmers Food Relief and Recovery Program, logistics support for coordination and distribution of NPP of inputs and food items. It's a change caption, no, and it's the same as Antokotoko. You change code, you change board, still team in ye. Brian Agyapong, we dia che we dia bom frama okuta papa o dia huhu na motuob huhu na potuob se mo agimi me say we change heading no we change heading no wedding no we change caption no still asante kotoko still work be show mo and you ho hwe nyi an mo betuma idom baby a bass ne fa gata so and you bukwa dressing room e kire ho mo betuma huru park still work betum and you ho hwe nyi inti osadi another one by the same day see Jimmy. Ben Johnson, Carl Lewis, Usain Bolt, and Ben Johnson. Hey, in conformance away, me see omo ko race na Brand Champon Baomia Kennedy. Eba kronumua Usain Bolt ankasa na ene Baomia. Eye Carl Lewis ene Kennedy Agyapong. Ena Ben Johnson eye Brand Champon. Omo time no a close timing photo finish 9.1 9.111 9.111 metric ones. I say you would win you omo neck to neck. Chrono neck to neck. Chrono. ABB Odo Mediagro omo you dangerous. Chrono neck to neck photo finish you would win here. Sa go for me ansano. Now let us second one they say omo say the government launched the Farmer Food Relief and Recovery Program to address the impact of the dry spell on farmers' livelihood and ensure food security. 99% of NPP for brofu won't here. Jimmy. Me say chronomo neck to neck and nose finish. I come on to beat. I said that you one and obey me. Baomia Kennedy anybody jump. Me see you January number 1 I was like hey, what would you what Jimmy Golwa? Me see, and go for a chrono no more. I'm bet you to me see Andrew the general not back one name was second. No one neck to neck, nose to nose. Chrono race. Where can we work document? Where can me so me good part of a pie the toe? Baomia and a Usain Bolt no, a rimu Usain Bolt, NPP mu. Omubedi abamu sika Baomia na yire nya no. Masa obebodam. The second person, Sebio Odiba Omiechi, your friend Kennedy Agyapong. Chrono mu Carl Lewis no. Be see about Kennedy, Chrono. Chrono mu Carl Lewis, Debian say, Papa, do change baton. And another chrono dangerous, Ben Johnson. And only a Brand Champon. Sanko for no time, finishing time at 9.00 point. Just like you would win here, nose to nose, photo finish, nose. Almost to be yet to be almost checking the reading, almost to be now 3 days there we because we'll be winning pe. Almost we are bomb. Hey, you fool. We crumb for almost you for. Me see my pile of document. Kennedy document to her. Baomia document to her, but me say, Brand Champon is Sikasan. Brand Champon, only contract to be a Sicasa. Oh, no, Boadu capre. Oh, my Viamo. He, it go for we. Here, I did be on the other hand. Yes, see, it go for me, do what you own. Me party no good crans at December 2028 now, but me book crump. Oh, Sanko for uncle support a year. Yes, see. 63 out of 87 MPs air support Baomia. Stick forward, omunyo kiu. Sticker say Baomia ko from boa azan omo ye. Omunyo so omo Jimmy. Omo boa 87 MPs ni omo ye. Omo se yenko ekire kakra ni yanko hwe. Na nsi omo ka se nipa be 90. Afedi on dey omo 63. Omo boa. Enti Brand Champon omo the documents ba ande no. Sebio Brand Champon ebeti Baomia to etikere di Japan to no. And the Baomia for someone tiase omo so akofa eye dey. Kennedy Agyapong so contract aba. Omo se Kennedy Agyapong so time na omo power no ono so gigim o blows cash no contract o GD ni nyina nie. Me say Kennedy ono na ye you know ono ye Carl Lewis. My pen. Baomia Usain Bolt. Na Brian. Now omo se Kennedy so the contract onya ye nie e go for we omo wi am fucking you form Kennedy a crumb for, Baomia a crumb for, Brand Champon a crumb for, you for nose to nose, photo finish. Almost say Honorable Kennedy Agyapong Energy Ministry contract nko a wonya ye on say me my friend Kennedy honorable da kam yekusie there na honorable about Kennedy me ko no one say say dey be afiri benum aba obehia ayi MPP agim honorable me say e there what say bibi afiri benum say honorable da me ko say my friend Brandon Champo honorable Brandon Champo honorable bawo me na me say we da out be afiri benum and I won study me what say me be ma no udi na me be fro an supply of 150 watts LED street lights complete with arms, bolts, nuts, and washers. Imperial World Ventures. I'm saying Agyapong dia. Ni nyina coste eye sika oji 100 million. Hey, akompra kon. I'm saying akompra kon Jesus ka nyina di. Supply of conductors and pole top accessories. One Chase Enterprise, I say Kennedy dia, and also 54 million 2018 Kennedy Jesus Kennedy. Baomia not cabinet, no approve wenina, and the Baomia way ye pie. Mahamudu Baomia so ko ye pie se hwe. Mona wo begu mesi Baomia yan kana sam NPP mu o ka Baomia sam ye begu aware ye be say wo life ye be bodua ye be didi watam ye be say wo Almost Agyapong about supply of conductors. Limaco Limited. Yes, Kennedy dia 22 million 2018 or Jesus Kennedy. Almost say Nina Yina Gio Carl Lewis. Kennedy Carl Lewis. Aye. Yes, say a supply of steel poles in Nadia Pono. Kennedy Onya Musika Enkwa a 23 million Ghana 2018 steel poles. Aye. Carl Lewis Kennedy Agyapong contractor wonya no ba omia mo na de ba ye saba omia no te cabinet ni bi omo approve no to o se so ma koto anda o twen so na enti ba omia so blow me se o chena ba omia de omo de ba omia. Now supply of conductors no makach them 2019 Kennedy senya another de supply of bulbs and also Kennedy nya 47 million Ghana each 2018 Kennedy supply conductors onya 22.4 million 2019. Over 2020 a supply of electrical materials Kennedy Agyapong 33 million. Supply of electrical materials 2020 onya 30 million. Supply of electrical materials Limairo 26 million. Supply just electrical materials there Kennedy or supply electrical materials there they all supply a quanta. Electrical materials yen chiro de odebo it is a quanta and you can say electrical materials to me dancing etumie kwanta etumie esuruwisa etumie dadesapo just a Kennedy there supply of electrical materials Carl Lewis roro we mia to ye no the president Dedi ewifo million oba sewa electrical materials 2020 40 million supply of electrical materials 25 square meter PVC all conductor and also 40 million. Supply of electrical materials just say Kennedy electrical materials the etisa kwanta obeya mouse here ye need electrical materials grow and so 40 million. 17 supply of electrical materials and here Taka Wazu Limited 42 million Kennedy Agyapong ni nyina ye 2022 street lights 150 watts onya ayedian or the company be a friend by Bay City Energy 19 million. And a LED street light 150 watts no Coachella Limited 19 million. Okay, can you now boma from 2017 to 2022 Kennedy Agyapong kwa Carl Lewis onya close to 800 million. Close to 800 million. But omianko for the release way free cabinet buy. Almost Kennedy. O man ma menda ono so na. This is sad. NPP, this is sad. And these people today are sitting on TV. And you know, one funny thing say, the moment Attorney General ever press conference, no mubu. Why? The Attorney General is not supposed to give us a day briefing. Attorney General is going ahead of the court. Kwasia, Attorney General, we will be and say we keep a briefing. Also, Attorney General Babontine now update Ghana for about Kronwa NPP for they feel very uncomfortable. They are not able to defend their friends who stole from us. What they try to do is say they want Ghanaians to believe say Attorney General is not doing his work. Have you seen any of them sit on TV to say, for now, they not steal it. They can't do it because it is a study of moi. The NPP people, when they sit on TV, even MPs, any former ministers, they cannot criticize Kronon and Kofona Bono. Strategically, they want to say, why is the Attorney General prosecuting people in public? The reason why majority of MPP4 MPs, they have a problem with the Attorney General updating Ghanaians on the cases he's investigating or thinking of prosecuting, and they know every time Attorney General it gets the people more angry. It makes people get to know they are not supposed to come to power again. They are not supposed to come close to power. And anytime Attorney General press conference, they get angry. Attorney General is prosecuting people on TV. Why is he doing that? Why is he coming out? Attorney General Juma. And it is Juma I was say oye. I was say obriefie. Uko krobiswa Attorney General also briefy wiki biya. The reason why Attorney General Kasade biya na ochre the serious amount of money and konfo wia. She gifty. Hwesika gifty achachadi we wia. Hwesika NSA boss no. Hwesika yabobo boss. All these monies have been stolen by these same people. And you see, when you go back a little bit, they were all Baumia financiers. They were all friends to Brady Champon. They are all friends to Kennedy Agyapong. These are cluster of criminals, sir. That is what they do. Inti Attorney General Kasa. Nas Attorney General Babontine na obekre de oye any juma odi any sika ye wiye pe na NPP for buofu. It is a study of moi. TV so they are not able to tell Ghana for say Attorney General ye nipa we the onbo krono. Have you heard any MPP person boldly say on TV say nipa we I am sure he did not steal but they may come out so they can't do it. Me see update Attorney General de amay nyina ni sika nkofo wiaye no. Have you seen one MPP person boldly sit on TV to say nipa we minim no onfa one kobo? But where their argument is that why is the Attorney General telling Ghanaians? Why is he coming out to say these things? Attorney General is not supposed to preempt. Attorney General is a social media. No, they cannot defend their colleagues. They know for a fact their colleagues are criminals. Some of them are involved in the criminality. And they don't know when their matter or names will be mentioned. So what they have to do now is they need to create the impression, say, Attorney General, I don't all catch Ghana for Yama Attorney General Juma, na so chechire match so far so good adana obufu. So when you say nipa na yaboni dino or nya kromfo come on TV and say you are putting your MP on the line. Asimesi can never steal. Chairman Wuntimi can never steal. He is not guilty. None of them have been able to do that. None of these people. Into one strategy no. Anything that join news, the question here is, if the Attorney General comes on TV and says he's confident, or you're confident because from his experience, any evidence he is confident he will win a case against somebody. Why should you have a problem? Wait for the Attorney General to go to court. Until the Attorney General goes to court and not able to win a case, then you have a case. Or see he's confident, it does not mean he's predicting the case or prejudging the case. He has a case, he has his evidence, and he believes the evidence can give him what he wants. The defendant or the suspect lawyer too will say the same thing if they are given the opportunity. And then attach or say my client is not guilty and we know we walk free. Why don't you people say attaching is judging the case ahead of time? But say Attorney General Bekasa Attorney General is trying to judge the case. He's judging people. Attaching to me TV so say Attorney General is doing what is doing things that are not right. What Attorney General is doing is not going to put his client in jail. Attaching wait to because and the client will walk free. Now Attorney General now Ghana employee and say he will win for Ghana. Now the question to say you don't understand. Ojain. Massa, the NPP as a political party, me say Andrew January 31st no, na omunyina omane was cycle. Me say, when him say a Coachella company, so second in Japan, the Babo and India, Sunday omunyina munim Coachella. Sa me bo contract in this watch no. Sa number 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 20 last one Coachella Limited ekere Japan bad boy ne dia some guy or the Coachella dia no sa akona pimpi mapa no ne dia sane papa e gina no so je oje na do fa kokoro no beton ama no edi ewu abo ofunu now enti NPP for mame me enkwachire he Bawumia and the yenka Bawumia asem and the ultimate criticize Bawumia in the eyes of some people in the NPP. Bawumia is perfect. He did not play any role in the NPP going to opposition. It's yet Ghana as no yani NPP for the NPP for no yentumi ka Bawumia asem o dabi Bawumia na yere samere foreigner no omo de omo no omo nye bone da because they have money. Oh owie the year 2024 August or say I will follow up for payment of NAPCO arrears. Ebe sin there Mahmoud Bawumia na kan mumusa Bawumia se NAPCO fozika we Brand Champo kan okra na mudi natem oye kromfo e no se nyina ye wiade yen kan okra mubuofu Brand Champo kromfo no o se magia tumi ye wi usu gitim so ye wi a won peso beti ase ene nyina beti eto Bawumia ka kire Ghana for say I will follow up for payment of NAPCO arrears. Wangasa wenu masem August 25th 2024 inti edien atrona Brand Champo etwa no ha Brand Champo se yenya na ewie sika no yenya na ediye ade na wo ye wo ho se wo nka ho why ene na ye me ya wo NPP mu no Bawumia na nkasa ni aid the spokesperson for his campaign eye dien akwa na akutira na egu ni ase no Miracle Abuaje or say I wished that government had the funds to pay NAPCO workers, but it didn't have the money. Or see a disikering in an minya na na just say na always say anka buying benye siketia NAPCO so na sike ni ho. Enkofo onim sike jamomo. Unim oil omo be tamoye. Unim sika taxes are yetuaye. 52 billion Ghana cedis can offer taxes or tamdiye. Wasiamfo we end up na radio so say muntie ye ne mfa NPP mra power in Chamwa. These are very dirty people. Me say, okay? Package me woma Bawumia, package me woma Kennedy, package me woma ayila. Mo dia mo fa ba kumpo mra. Wasiamfo we tina Ghana catch say NAPCO for no moko sa yani Bawumia office na shase enti Brand Champo boni be e dia ntro na Brand Champo kromfo na aka ntro be na kromfo Brand Champo aka and makofa paper aba say ye ngu de ma say eya no kure odada Ghana for odi fertilizer sika de bi o say enya me nkwa na me di ye nyina na di ye atromu Usain Bolt atromu Carl Lewis atromu Ben Johnson atromu Usain Bolt ya Bawumia atromu Carl Lewis dien Kennedy Agyapong and atromu Ben Johnson Brand Champo nose to nose photo finish ye hu de o wini 31st December number 1 ne Independence Square say you see there my bre mo bodam ye Jimmy who in their right sense will sit and say I want NPP back. Why not actually with Jimmy actually with nyansa? Why should anybody even sit and listen to NPP ni? Say and the NPP for bad pro into obi kutie no. Now what we delegate crowd kutie nko for wo crowd where Jimmy Chen omo. What makes the NPP a political party? And the asemi of the abeto abontene. Almost say NPP directs all presidential aspirants to notify regional party officers of their campaign itinerary and schedule before commencing campaign activities in the region. Almost say NPP Bawumia na hweso. Bawumia nkofo a omo executives Masaudu Bawumia nipa JFK Bawumia nipa Nana B Bawumia nipa Mustafa Salam Bawumia nipa the rest of the executives Bawumia no mo support. Now almost say we presidential aspirant na so person call region bi so ekoye campaigner making sure say regional chairman no why dey wabono dey wabono kokko we din kan ka kire intikere Agyapong ko kan kire abronya aponche no ansa na oba the region abe campaign enkwasiafo they are setting unnecessary traps inti sa abronya de num tan ne ho tan di perfume sei tete no tama na ye kɔ wɔ no na ye twa nipa ti a obi de sa abronye ne kuta na mogya so no no di echi tete na ye nananom ko no ye ku obi wɔ kwan so a ɔno na ekuta nipa ne ti na ɔmudi di wɔ n'echi abronye mo the type ti bi a ɔte no maisa akatia abronye tete na ne ye kɔ akono ekɔko ntɔkwa ye nananom otumfo se tutu nananom ye kɔ ako ekɔko ye ne denkyirafo ene ɛde ye de se de obi ako ye kɔ be bia akɔko no tama na ye geographical war no ɛwɔ Ghana obi ti de bia ne ato akɔhye de so ye ne asantefo no tama na ye kɔ ntɔkwa no saa time no abronye mu bi se ne ye ku nipa na ne yemu ade pie na etwa ne tia na de ama na soa intina nka tete war no na nka ono na ye ɛde efunu bag na kwasia we original chairman or party na we about to be jack wa we hu ne da we and party ni say secretary Agyapong Kennedy ntina ba omi ade sa mra we beto ho ba hey ma meka bi nkyerɛ mo ba omi party no wa konka mo party no me pe constituency ba ko ana constituency ba ko Ghana mo ka say oh ye ne ba omi na ye meeting 1999 1998 2001 aha no obechiro ni din ba omi onya NPP ni o NPP a cash cow one na yire Somalia yi no Fulani no omo hu NPP say it is the right place to make money Samira ba omi ohu NPP man omo di na chi saa tuntum for so omo ye jimi for korama no omo kura ye ni nyan ono ohun no ho say oye NPP ni ba o ni kuru na ode ne set trap amamo iti ende yete ha na ba omi ashada cause asset mra say oh because me person me stop Brandon Champion from entering this region stopping Agyapong from entering this region and the party no ba omi party ni say wa obekọ region bia no di nkan ka kire regional chairman na undecided time a obeba ne time a womba inti regional chairman no beka say and you need to understand the MPs no so mu nyina abedi ba omi echi no they are working with their regional chairman into what they are going to do is they will give you a date that is not comfortable for you. They will give you a date that is not convenient for you. But Mahmoud Baumia Ba, they will find a date that is convenient, that they can get everybody to be there. And technically, they are hijacking the campaign. Me see, Makache Kennedy, Makache Brandon Champo, Makache Mwamaka, ye we election him. Me men call for nyomo, me nyomo din komo, omwe wiem. Enkofo ne wi election mu 6 months ago ye to aba ne wi no wi election mu na mankasa mu de ekọ ayana mo ya mesre Carl Lewis woni Ben Johnson mu de ekọ Usain ewiem da wa wiem da de mu ye nyina concert ma no na mu be na be biti ba omia de ekọ na be ba so biti ba omia nipa mu funu bag eka kire mo se odo na ye regional chairman obono nipa mu funu bag no me se tete na ye kɔ wo no ye hia bodam ne etwa ne ti a ne ye pa ne yemu a ne ye de ne yemu ade na asoa obi te sa abronye ye twa ne ti ne ekuta no ne ye kontokwa na nipa ti kuta no yes that is how low are you as a human being abronye that is how low into wu kraman a wane a ehon faso eye kya abronye and such people are the ones doing campaign for Baumia and being a regional chairman. Abronye. This thing. Now we do a term no one could dinner temubi. Say, Obetina TV so 20 minutes. Adanya Abronya can semetiam. Nipemu e funu bag. Inti adene de simple. Sadia we Baumia team no. Omatana say. The NPP executives belong to Baumia. Mameka bi binchro. Sa MPs ni nyina o makodi ba obi echi no. All of them omunim say sa ban answer sa omobeko jail for a long time. Onkofo and the Attorney General become hu nsem nyina no. They were all once Baumia financiers. We all know in the party. Omo ya bom din nyina. Attorney General bom nyina din no. They were all once Baumia's financiers. Now, say power sania edania, which will never happen over the dead body of God. Say power dania, what is going to happen? And they say, all these people, Bawumia will take them all out of a jail. He will bring them back. Obi to say chairman to me. If you Jimmy, because they be sorry, I say Imraye Juma. Say chairman to me ended up in jail. Bawumia's priority is to win power and take that criminal out. Are you going to allow that? That is the mission of Kennedy Agyapong. That is the mission of Brandon Champon. That is the mission of Kennedy Agyapong and Kentry. Their mission say we need power. Yanko for no more Ghana a deal. I say Kruno. I will say you how do you build a nation with such criminal-minded individuals? Because Bawumia is here today because of the filthy booty he got as financiers. Go back and check all the people who are now being investigated. They are all financiers of Mahamudu Bawumia. Mahamudu Bawumia. And you see, the party still belongs to Kufuor. The party belongs to him. Right now, the strategy I'm taking in the say, Nana Kufuor, Onigabi Ocheda, they have taken a silent step back. Because you see, Kufuor who he, Gabi who he, Kufuor yiri who he, Bamti who he, Bedia Tominya who he. Right now, Omuna Sebio, Omne Oforiatamo. These are the people are Omne Bawumia Omo with Tibo Omo say Ghana. Right now, they still need somebody who will protect them. Kennedy Agyapong contract onye nyina Kufuor Bawumia na de ma no. Brandon Champon sika onye nyina de bia oka say be sika share party no Kennedy Kasa be sika share. Where did they get the money? It was through the NPP government led by Bawumia and Kufuor. They at the end of the day signed off. They at the end of the day sanctioned every contractor Brian and Kennedy Munya here omo de running omo jeopardy. These are people who are financiers. They finance each other's criminality. Do not think say Bawumia beba power. Na omo anomo ye galam say asen sura bedu na ye fight no. Those people will go to jail. It's never going to happen. 90% of MPs are almost supported by Bawumia. These MPs are all financiers of Kennedy, financiers of Bawumia, financiers of Brandon Champon. They do the same thing. And see what they have put out. Shadibi, look at this. See. Oh, I keep telling you. How a kumsin ejina nipa nim den ebo nipa tuo ewo kaswa how a kumsin and the Bawumia no win with Bawumia, win with Edia Napo, win with Chairman Untumi, Asla Owusu, and how a kumsin. These people. These people, Bawumia no win. There's a deeper look where Photoshop already. Wa paint you body ma shape obonim uwo mo asentwe in reality. Thank for you. Uwo mo one on one we beton wurem. Bawumia I some the bent to ahye na fono. Oma Photoshop just say oma brushing the mama na fono ise nkora bent ya Bawumia na no win. Just about me I was 14 years. Just omo jimie. He omonim. How akumsin the hairline according to pempem un in person I say bottle I say cocoa butter ya chichire soro no ahoma na twetwe ko akire how akumsin the hairline is in ha sa girl we have heard us that un one on one na hwe ne sen na wo hwe ne nufu entuma wo da hye ne nufu ase we mu nkokora de we mu no oma twentwom Wemu Chema Utu and almost way wemu no mubedi Ghana ye je mindful ewifo nkoa hwenapo asia pompe ne to hwede my bandapo hwede my na po picture nim asia pompe ne to hwenapo hwede why and Bawumia ko na ne de ne nwanwa nani no o ma ne chiw ena na no so asa achia ena omode bentua ahyehye na fono na mini watch bono se Apple Watch se Casio se Panasonic and say odwunu wa wonti nkofo we ase say still they are still stuck in the 1992 politics yenye bibi fefefe na Ghana fo nji omundi wo hu Bawumia one on one. This is how low they have taken politics. And anything I may say, none of these people hende Oslawusu, obey cabinet minister, obey MP, and the upper general secretary, Busango Sadintra. Busango Sadintra. Et is Obitia warrior say. Now wakwaji obia warrior. No be first lady e wo fie ho. Ah ya to kasa maw. Ade achi ya wo se da bi o press obey me dientra. Either say when you 8 and I open say if you run and now boss no person be hunti ulu standard no. And look at how Akumsin, not or your minister. And also pay National Women's Organ. Busa was adentra party no a mumma ne Jimmy. They are not standard. Also says no, call round by and the same she goats, he goats. They are the same people. They don't have any brain anywhere again. Expose your mouth to the core. They don't have any new faces. They don't have any intelligent person. She Photoshop power by ye. She ba obi afono. I say ben to am you no koran ntafo ben to ahihye nafono. She na po I say ye the organizer for tuba she the to ne bogum. And I say ye bogum. How Akumsin. Opa picture we any original na nkyere wo be fe. Photoshop rama would to me say would to me. Photoshop ro ama would to me when I attention nim. Photoshop nipa no ye no watwe would to me when I be nim dodo. Ama would to me when atwe be I set it Mazda. Would to me when I set it Mazda. Jimmy, Jimmy. They think these things win elections. Napo. Ah, Napo we Jimmy che ba akoko, unim ba akoko. Oze nkuko bi wa nkuko kontwam na namba and the uyu ko dompia na YouTube na obesoro we Jimmy say ba akoko, cho ba akoko. Napo. Na ke yenyi napo se rani beta na nkenim se napo nya nipa. Last week and 2 days ago, me ba TV so no. There was something that I told Ghanaians. Me say your gold reserves no, yen cap no. Your gold na yenya and there were a lot of gold no we should cap it na yamani do baby ne yenka se eye na de aka no yenko se $1 ne yemfa be go me ka kire mo wa just 2 days ago because our country no we cannot depend on only physical gold. We need what we call dollar because at the point no adebo ha gold in entumi nye dollar nkwa na betima ye. At a point to cry, the dollar and to gold. Because them say the amount of gold, tons of gold that your work is siano, we should at least cap our gold at maybe 30 tons, 29, 30 tons. The ababuru subiano, yense sano ni $1. Na yemfangu Bank of Ghana, send ye beya. If there's any shock, make them say gold price baby eduno. May the chart be say, sa chart way from our experience and what we know. And what me myself have experienced when it comes to gold trading, gold will peak to a point where it will drop. And gold correlation and the dollar, no, they move like twins. Today, dollar is up, gold is down. Gold comes up, dollar comes down. At a point, they interchange positions. Because that is what makes them powerful. Now, metina hakaye. Say your reserve na adani gold in kwa. Your reserve na adani gold in kwa. Your person this save on my way no. I spoke to the Bank of Ghana. I spoke to the president. I spoke to the finance minister. We need to cap the gold. Gold no. Yen cap no. Na yen ton the wasu no fanji dollar go. Gold ne so no. If our international reserves in Yinano, our gross international reserves, so then yina e depend on gold so. Na ende you best sorry. Na sad decline way no. It keeps on happening. Consistent. So in a week and in a couple of days, a swat tibe even $300. Now you can say every week be a so better $300. For 4 weeks and 8 weeks, do you know where gold will get to? You cannot predict it. So if you can't predict it, why don't you become proactive by making sure say enough of dollar? Because if you have 30 tons of gold sitting, it is enough for a country. If you have 30 tons, if you have 30 tons of gold sitting, it is enough for your country. Dear Abru Subiano, sell it, turn it into dollar, put it in your reserve. Now, so gold, drop you could do one. You still have 30 tons intact sitting there. And the good thing is, you are still producing gold. So you do not lose that much. Now, if you get your 30 tons and it's locked in, now say, unya 20 tons was through, now turned into raw cash. That's how the dollar and the whatever happens to the gold, when it goes more negative, you are not too affected, because if you are having inflows of gold, and I'm saying, say, Abia Bank of Ghana, ama gold board sikase onto gold mano, na on saving on towan. The gold board, is still in business. Bank of Ghana can still change some of the dollar, give it to gold board in cedis. Gold board can still be buying the gold for Bank of Ghana. And remember, the 30 tons is intact already. It's sitting there. Whether gold goes up or goes down, we still have 30 tons sitting there. We choose to sell some of the 30 tons because at that moment we don't need it. So let it sit there. Now, the extra beer over the 30 tons, what you do is you sell it. Then when you sell it and you get forex, and I say dollar, what you do with the dollar is now you start to use the dollar to pay your debt and take care of your country. Because then when that happens, it means say 30 tons now it has become a backup. You only touch the 30 tons when you are below more than red. And if you are getting consistent gold from gold board, from reliable source, legitimate gold, the probability say you will never touch the 30 tons is high. Meaning anytime you are be a free, then it means you are selling it a world record price. Now, nothing is going to push you to even touch the 30 tons because you still have an influx of gold from a reliable source or reliable sources, which is a gold board. Now, what gold board needs to do now, in fact, if the Bank of Ghana caps the gold board now needs to meet the regulators. I'm talking about the gold aggregators, the people who are licensed to sell gold to to gold board through to Bank of Ghana. No? Now, gold board needs to sit with those people and let them understand. Now, the price are ebia gold board we need to meet at a point which means the world market, surprise, you talk gold, 12. We cannot buy the gold more than $12 because you're told Yendru Bank of Ghana and Tono, Yababoka as a nation. So when you regulate the gold, now air to gold legitimately, air tone legitimately, they know say the flow is fluid. Nipana or to gold legitimately, because it is fluid and consistent, So one price this is quite crazier because he knows there is a buyer. Legitimate gold will come to gold board and gold board will do what? Give it to Bank of Ghana. We change into forex. Into Nipana or Ton Gold, is selling the gold at a decent price. Gold board is buying at a decent price. Bank of Ghana will sell the excess gold at a decent price, which will not affect because the Bank of Ghana took gold 10 billion on the market of Ghana legitimately from air aggregators. Now Bank of Ghana got turn sa gold outside. Now only 8 billion. Sa a Canada demuno a Bank of Ghana ka. Because remember, the money gold board editor a gold, it is from Bank of Ghana. And at the end of the year, Bank of Ghana will need to account to us. Sika edemo mo nfa so be ne ba so ene ne to ba omiam na omo bo kagu ho no. Because what happened was that Bawomia Dems were basically taking the raw gold. Now, when you take raw gold to go sell or to go exchange for oil, the person taking the gold to give you oil would determine the price for you. Internet the gold for oil, no. But we could do Dubai. Two things. On the way to Dubai, the price can change. The probability the price can drop is high. Now, when you get to Dubai, the buyer or the person taking the gold and give you oil can decide to give you a price. If you don't like it, take your gold back because it makes you look desperate. That is why it is important to say Ghana, a Bank of Ghana, Besomba recorded sad deficit, and a cana, but we recorded 60 billion and over now. What they need to do now is that they need to cap the gold, keep 30 tons, and then any excess gold be legitimately gold board, but they need to sell it off. Now, when they sell it off, they need to make sure say the aggregators, the buyers now, omoto gold no mohono, any the miners, the legitimate gold, they need to meet them at the point where the gold they are buying, whenever they go out to sell, the Bank of Ghana is not going to make any loss because the Bank of Ghana to gold the Bank of Ghana will be forced to enter the gold that he has capped. I had the reserve gold 30 tons, they will be forced to go take some and sell. So if the Bank of Ghana doesn't want to go into our reserve 30 tons now you keep now. What Bank of Ghana through both God needs to do is say they need to meet the gold sellers at a point. They need to meet the legitimate sellers and decide on a price that is good for them and good for the Bank of Ghana through gold board. Ghana will not record deficits. This is what is supposed to be done. We need to cap it. I have said this. I said this 2 days ago. I've been doing gold trade for a long time. My gold trade at over 10 years. And I know how this works. Yet America, the New York Stock Exchange, we know what is going on. And it's not 2 days ago, me catch them say, the Bank of Ghana should cap the gold. Cap it. You have enough gold. You have enough tons of gold. Cap it. Keep some. Don't touch it. The Beba Subiano, you have to do what? You need to sell it off. Right now, every day that gold goes down, every day that gold goes down, we make a loss. So, gold they could do 4,000. Every blessed day, gold price Beba Fumbiano. Bank of Ghana will incur a loss because the Bank of Ghana, the 20 billion, the toss are gold now is what Obertona. Remember, that gold now is not 20 billion. Bank of Ghana will sell that gold and make a loss. It's a fact. There are so many dynamics here. Say, I'm finding yourself in whereby them are not yet daft. They found themselves. Remember, a be oil and a bit demanding for gold. And it's not gold for oil, no. We did not make money. We made a lot of losses. Almost 3.2 billion. The reason why your bought gold for oil, and say, we made it look, say, Obi here or gold. Say, Arab nini here gold, he will tell you he does not need gold. What are you doing with your gold? But Arab nini himself, ukuta cash dollar. He wants that cash because he needs that cash to do other things. On say, or no Arab nino, on to me, in fact, gold and koto anything. The only thing he can use to buy anything to bring to his country is dollar. So what time gold was Ghana? Now the see a so said me they call Arab dini ho and they akwaji oil. I would do because I don't need gold, you know. I am sorry. We have enough gold in our reserves. You know, we are buying from here and we are buying from there. And you know, we thought we could buy it for 4 million, but right now I think we can do 2.5 million. What do you do? Are you carrying the gold back? And remember, Bawomiamu the gold for oil buyer, and they had a broker. There was a middleman who was going to exchange the gold for oil. That middleman had his cut. In the same middleman who could do he's negotiating to make sure his cut or commission goes up. Now you as a nation, you are losing drastically. And it's like I said, the gold for oil was bad deal. You don't pick physical gold and exchange for oil because nobody would call you and tell you, say, bring me gold and I have oil. No. Now it becomes like you are the one chasing people with gold. And they will now give you a price that suits them. But when it comes to dollar, they cannot give you a price that suits them because dollar is universal. They need it. And anything that gold for oil was bad in the first place. But sir, you build the gold board. You regulating your mining. No, you will say inflow of gold. Then we need to cap our gold reserve because say the hopes in a good reserve. No, so now and the dollar need to about 1,000 and I said 2,000. Ghana's economy will sink. So, Ghana for way in here, bro. You don't need to be in suit. You don't need to have a PhD to understand this. Mama yena yankasem. Na yama Bank of Ghana say we need to cap our gold. This is a conversation that needs to be held now. It's a conversation that needs to be held now. An emergency. And yes, sir. One day, Agyapong na Bank of Ghana boka. Agyapong na dollar need do 14. Yes, what can they do? They can't do anything. They can't do anything. We as a nation, we can't do anything. At least the people in charge today are proactive. They are smart. They need to take steps that will save you and I, our economy. And anything I make Ghana for say, let us cap the gold. Let us cap our gold. If the Bank of Ghana is listening, cap the gold. Mon capi gold, you know. When you 30 tons, most say a year, the baby be also a ton in the minimum here. Ochina say a year gold board to be to gold 5 tons. Mon ton ochina na mun changing into dollar. Na mun fangu Bank of Ghana. So we will gold in reserve 40%. Now our dollar forex physical dollar 60%. Your economy is good. I am telling you. And I heard people saying, oh, right now, people cannot trust the dollar. People are putting their money in gold. Whether you like it or not, you still need dollar to run any business. You can be the richest man in Ghana with dollar in your basement. You still cannot do business with just raw gold. You need dollar. It's a fact. So in August, any investment around the world, when you carry gold, by the time you get there, the gold price now with the free fee, now gold price now. Hardly do you see gold dollar depreciate quickly as gold. The rate or the pace at which gold depreciate, dollar does not depreciate like that. You can say dollar is weak. The world is not using dollar, but if you check the rate of depreciation of the dollar and the rate of depreciation of the gold you will know say dollar is more reliable to keep as a backup than to have everything in gold. I am not saying say gold is not good. No, we need gold. Now say a gold reserve of 30 tons. Now say one day gold could do 1 ounce. An ounce could do 30,000. What do? We don't lose anything. All that we do is we go into our votes, we go into our reserve, we take about 10 tons out of the 30 tons and sell it and change into dollar. And then whatever gold is coming in, small, we put some back to make sure it gets back to the 30 tons. We don't lose anything. Let us stop this old thing of gold. Gold fluctuates. It's a commodity that you cannot put your finger on permanently. Dollar to fluctuate, but the rate at which dollar fluctuates, any gold fluctuates, you can see just 3 days, we are gold now we do. And imagine in a month, if something does not change to keep it there, in a month, the gold can drop drastically. Because with gold prices, it's determined by mood of people and leaders. Let me tell you, dollar prices, hardly do moods of people drop dollar rates sharply. But mood of people, actions of world leaders can drop gold price sharply, like 60% in an hour. Yes. Send yes, sorry. Yes, sorry. Now say Donald Trump yare. Gold will drop drastically, but dollar will still be fighting it. And they are sorry. They say Abia Arabian king newu, gold will drop, dollar will be lingering. The difference is that dollar is an everyday thing people use. It does not matter how poor you are or how rich you are. You still need the dollar to work with. Into dollar, it's like a bloodline. Gold is basically like oxygen. But what happens? And they say with the gold, you cannot fully trust it. And then I also this is an advice. At least I gave an advice 2 days ago. The evidence is showing clearly. More Facebook, Kevin, the metrics and the gold and people are putting their money in gold. Also, on far couple gold. What? Oh, right now people don't trust the dollar, and they say people don't trust the dollar. Statistics said people don't trust the dollar. Near who? Yeah, who now is asemno. Where the 45? Where the 30 years? Over 30 years, see people don't trust the dollar. The dollar is no more a strong money. And so now China, they deal in dollar. Chinese for car, they want to go sell it in the dollar market. They don't sell it in the yen or whatever market. They are targeting the dollar market. The dollar can fluctuate a little bit, but you cannot write the dollar off. I'm telling you. Let's not make these things so complex. Since say war with the 35 years, economics, you have always heard the dollar is weak. The dollar is around the world. Now people don't really care about the dollar. Me say that now what is said dollar a weak nama America economy are breaking. That is the dollar. Chinese if what they say and they almost control world economy. Their market, their target is the dollar market. The Chinese. Their target is the dollar market. Their target is not the city market. It is not the pounds market. It is not the European market. Their target is the dollar market. But somebody will tell you the Chinese right now, they control. Yes, they control, but they need a dollar. The Chinese have enough gold. And they can say gold are short to a real thing. The Chinese don't care. But and you can say dollar drop it to zero. The Chinese economy somehow will be affected drastically. That is what it means. And we need to cap it. We need to cap the gold. We need to do that. Say, sir, in a month or two, the Bank of Ghana we cannot recover. And nobody can blame anybody. It is us. And nobody can blame anybody. It is us. The dollar will move to 40, 50, 60, and you'll be shocked. The reason why Baomiaman stopped the dollar to 17 was because of that. Because gold in the Guo and almost exchange. Until the moment to recover, that's it. They couldn't, and it's they couldn't do anything. Because to gold, at a price, world market, and they exchange oil, they sell it lower. So every time you to oil, every day, you better gold, and they Ediama Alpha Stream so Kotono. Every day be a say expected 2 billion or the 1.8 billion they were never able to bring the exact amount of gold in money because the prices fluctuated. It was not consistent and reliable. And we cannot do the same thing these Bawumia people did. Because Bawumia no Jimmy, they didn't understand. Nowhere in this world and obitam gold and the oil. Nowhere. Nowhere in this world. A Krobia ni we are saying to gold. It is the demand. A Krobia we are saying gold. A Krobia we are saying gold. And this is a very important topic to me because I am a gold trader. I deal in gold trade and I know how these things work. And if we are not careful and take immediate decisions, our economy will break down. Because whether you like it or not, our economy hangs on on gold that we have now. That's where our economy, the heartbeat of our economy is gold. Now, why are we still keeping physical gold? I'm able to make KPB, Naya Tombi. Why don't we cap our gold and sell the rest off? Why? The only problem we will have is gold board and the aggregators or the gold sellers. Gold board needs to sit with them. Right now, Enyako anticipate payday. First, because of illegal miners, not legitimate miners could not mine consistently to make decent gold. Right now, because of rules and regulations guiding their job, right now, slowly, illegal miners are being kicked out of the system. It means legitimate miners are now able to mine legitimately, protect the environment. It means consistency in the amount of gold they will get. It is being fluid and it's being consistent. That is when the gold board, Sammy Gyamfi, them need to meet the gold sellers or legitimate aggregators and say, you know what? Now, it is fluid. Now, illegal ones in free system. Now, you are having the peace of mind to do legitimate mining. The price you are selling to us, because gold board, Bank of Ghana, Sikebia gold board, a Bank of Ghana, edito gold. So what needs to be done is that gold board needs to sit with these small scale miners, legitimate and also commercial miners, and say, hey, the world price is 12. Now, because we all want to save the economy and also to make sure we are able to mine consistently, legitimately, you people need to drop a little bit. This is a conversation. Obia here job security. So Obia legitimate miner our Ghana. Now Odim say there's security for the job. The job can go on for a long time, and then they can also follow the rules and regulations. They will meet you halfway. They will meet you because when the economy is doing well, they too will do well, because when there is demand, then supply too will be there. It is how to go to you become waste, because now you cannot take the gold out to sell. You cannot keep your gold to at home. You cannot illegally sell to anyone. You can go to jail. So you need to work with the buyer. And the buyer will meet you at a decent place. You people can at least negotiate on a decent price. Obia at the end of the day, then at the end of the day, the economy will be stable. So this is a job that the Bank of Ghana need to collaborate with the gold board, and the gold board also need to collaborate with the miners to make sure the flow is consistent. That's all. That is basic economics. This is how to protect your economy. You don't need to wear a suit. You don't need to speak grammar. You don't need to be an economist to be PhD holder. You don't need that. You need to simplify things. You need to break things down on the base. Also, let's get a base price. When we get the base price, we are good. Because and the minimum say small scale miners or more Ghana legitimate association, when gold board sits with them and explain the situation to them and say we are capping our gold, but it means that we need to be getting more gold and be selling into you people. Maybe price number the mine are no thing. We are protecting your job at the same time. We are making sure there's buyer every time. So you people should do something about it. Base price. Let's work around the price. A price that at the end of the day, the Bank of Ghana give $500 million at the gold board. So on to gold, no to gold that or kotonwa on $480 million or the bear $560 million. That is what you got progress. So when you go into the market, you don't make losses. You are always ahead. You are always making ahead and profit. That is what we need. When we are able to put these fine tunings together, our economy will be stable. Dollar it can stay there for 5 years, 6 years, 10, 9, 10, 9, and that is how you build a nation. Let us cap the gold board. Let us cap our gold at our reserve. Let us cap it. It's about time we did this now. It is not always about talking politics. No, we need to save the situation. It is a simple thing. A 3-chapter: producers, buyer, and then Bank of Ghana. If these things all come together, we are good. Our economy will survive. Please, if the governor is listening, if people at the gold board are listening, if the government aggregators are ready, small-scale miners are ready, and the small-scale miner, look at what is happening today. This is the lands minister here. Do you see? We are cleaning the system. The government is cleaning the system. Just in, Lands Minister Ama Kofi Boa has terminated 278 small-scale mining licenses over regulatory breaches and expiration of license. The government is doing its part. The government is cleaning the system. It is going to leave legitimate license, small-scale miners with legitimate license to mine. It means we are protecting the miners. We are protecting the environment. The rules and regulations are today we are tightening it. Now, people who are legitimate to be mining in Ghana, NIMOS and the rest are also protecting the environment. Slowly, we will see our waters being cleaned up. This is the step we take. You do everything, but you take your time and strategically do things. In Ama Kofi Boa today, as we speak, about 278 small-scale miners are that is the way to go. That is the way to go. We are not supposed to just sit there. This alone should give us a little bit of confidence to say we need to cap our gold. So please, the lands minister is doing his part. A very hard-working guy. But my catch say about 3 ministries for the past 9-10 months. It has been tough for them. 1, a land ministry. 2nd, a health ministry. If you see the worker, Akando, the Minister of Health, in this small period, it is crazy. Ejuma Papa way, Ama Kofi Boa, Ejuma Awaye, it is crazy. Guys, there are some ministries that are really working 24/7 to keep this economy running. They are doing their part. Let us also guide them with the right strategy. And I will plead with the governor of Bank of Ghana and the people at the Bank of Ghana, the deputy and the rest. The board of Ghana, Bank of Ghana, this is the time. Let us cap our gold. Let us cap the gold because we are making progress. In fighting illegal mining, we are making progress. In gold, we are making progress. We now need to streamline things well. Let us cap the gold. All right. Now, it's exactly 7:36. We have been here for 2 hours, 53 minutes. There is another story. I'm a person I can't want some. Oh, said the Biameka same way. Oh, Papa way. Your friend Sam Okujato is one of the most craziest old men in Ghana. Papa we were bottom. What is small? You start here, we are all forcing and fighting and making sure say Emra Ayejuma or Ghana no. Sa Papa we me catch him say this man, his son raped his house help. Ne bani raping ne house help na I say my the bani tum no. O man the bani dwana kwasha Canada man we. Ope impenifo a omudi ekufu ado enim bedi nkwasi asempa wo Ghana. It is this old wizard. Sam Okujato, or you're a very dangerous, greedy man. What you small can? Or say, those who argued about Tokonu traveling with her husband were all stupid. Or say, Obia Oka say, Adentina Tokonu, Endim Raswa, or Fanu Krudi Nichi, Abra Emrachan say, Enisa Oyesa. Yawo mra echese so pese utukwana odi ukrukwa samra no ho ada na wendi so aye complain ye no ose wo a wo kan bibia wo yakwase a so wo si bi omote say ye bie jagu akwa we so say o say hey impenifo ni bie jimi. This guy is a damn fool. All right. as we speak. Do you know this guy? His brother, Peter Okujato, he is my lawyer in Ghana. Do you know that? Me call Ghana. When I was fighting my case, his brother was the one. He is my main lawyer in Ghana. Peter Okujato. When you find some Okujato or you correct back okura. Me no can say the bush for the nako court for selling family property. This guy. He is not any correct. He has no respect. This guy is greedy. Somebody has taken a shit, he will eat it. As far as Manaka, I did any break. I was asking ways to say, you can take a shit in the middle of Accra and say, eat it and take Benz. He will eat it and take Lexus. And when you hear some of the things that a free sanko for we sometimes, and people are like, these are old people who respect them. These ones there, they have been to school. Wait, the degree last them school or core, they Bible knowledge. Wait. Obekachire say oko UK go law. Or say Kufuado down for pano no. Time and Kufuado the president no. Kufuado didn't kwasi asema. These were the people who were coming into the media to defend the Kufuado's madness. This guy. Where so enche yebebo tent. Where enche biya yebebo tent. And these are the people they don't respect anybody because it's all about money to them. It is not about integrity. It's not about keeping anybody safe. It's not about making sure the generation coming, they protect. It is at this age, they need breaker. It's in heaven. Wait. At this age, they need breaker. Oko jinabat no Johnson. 20 minutes no wait. One of the most greediest people working in Ghana. Or no catcher say we criticize Tokodu for not following due process, following the rules and regulations. We are stupid. Send them di papa we atema. Obi waka se Kevin di mpenifo atem. Mpenifo no mo jimine bi nie. Me see as we speak, his family, they have taken him to court. This guy. You know what he did? He has family property. We have family property. This man. As we speak, his brothers on running the court. As we speak, he's in court right now. In fact, as we speak, this guy, he is in court right now as we speak. Court. Adanya wakoton ebusueja padie di. Okujato, Sam Okujato. And he is using some of the court law judges libi. He thinks he can maneuver. Some of the NPP judges now. He is thinking of using some of them to evade justice. And I'm going to expose some of these judges. Somebody will say, oh, Sam Okujato there, we are going to protect him. No judge in Ghana should protect this man. He is a liar. I am not going to allow any judge in Ghana to protect this man. Eh? His family. Their family, they have taken him to court for stealing family property. This guy, per the court document, he went to change the will. And properties ni nyina no ofa ni nyina na ende enho aba asama na busuafo de na kogina court. Sam Okujato onka no kore. So as you can see, this is the court document. And Peter Kweku Okujato suing for himself on behalf of two other children of the late Christina Akusiao Sapa Namle, Thomas Soku, Felicia Seku, house number blah blah blah. They are suing Sam Okujato in the group B versus Mr. Sam Okujato, first defendant. Sam Okujato associate, his law firm, second defendant. Esin Okujato, unnamed house at blah blah blah, third defendant. Eric Akwete Siao Sapo, honestly a fourth defendant, and a fifth defendant, Charles Noble Do Akolache. These people, time omomami wuye, omomami ja properties no, per the court document no. Sam Okujato, he changed the will. He touched the document, and that Agyapong omomami ja no. This guy Sam Okujato took everything, and they have decided to sue him because Oyuzun a law firm no, and did this no, because when the woman was about to die, Sam Okujato's law firm and Omoka say on firm facing and Odi take advantage. You see these old men, they are dangerous people. Sam Okujato has no credibility. Let me tell you something. The man way one dangerous old man in Ghana is because time afenyo marking Emma rapist be ne girlfriend enua bema eko raping korana afenyo marking esma the subordinate Deborah eko enkorana school say nka mo kidnap enkorana ye chi sa two national security for no. This guy was sitting on the General Legal Council or no necessity afenyo marking free. This guy or not a General Legal Council board and so he was supposed to insist to say or set Afenyo this banner. This guy set Afenyo free. This guy, such a terrible, dirty old man. On kanu kureba kukura. When he break Lexus and the Benz channel, me see when you take a shit, only nagas on dinonje Lexus obey. Mumuza is the castle onyanwe. Nana the danko kufa na demano. Mumuza is the Benz and Lexus no chino. Why the demano? If you take a shit in the middle of circle and say eat and take Lexus, you eat and take Lexus. Wait. Today he's telling us that we are stupid for criticizing a public servant who did not follow due process, who did not follow rules and regulations, who decided to take the law into her own hands to mess up. No? You, this old man, are telling us that we are stupid. You are super stupid. Sam Okujato, you are super stupid. You are the most stupid old man I mean who Ghana. Unimu nyansa. Unimu nyansa. Unimu nyansa bakokra. Sikeni bre. When it comes to greed, this guy, greed. Mami read exactly what he said. No bin kasama ka sama she ofri we ano. Listen to what he said. This is what he said. Let me read it to you. In fact, me read it as some can't ububefu. Let me show you what he said. Thank you very much, team. Maminchro. This is what Sam Okujato said when he was speaking on the Tokonu matter. Come in, please. Why am I not picking this? I'm trying to get a story for you. In fact, when you read the story, this is what it says. It says, and I quote, when the confusion arose about the Chief Justice going with her husband that they were making for, I said, and I quote, you are all stupid because you don't seem to understand it. That's a safety valve to make sure that she is not alone. End of quote. Okujato. And the cancer seminal. Or say, when the confusion arose about Chief Justice going with her husband that they were making for, I said, and I quote, you are all stupid because you don't seem to understand it. That's a safety valve to make sure that she is not alone. Inti osi ye Jimmy ye yankwasiafo say ye be criticize to konu say owo ekwan a obefa so de ni kunu aka no ho etukwan na say we ndi samra no so na say wakofa ekwan foforo so a enimbrem na say ye criticize na osi ye nyina ye yankwasiafo Okujato say ye nyina yankwasiafo. I just want to put this on the screen. Say na be obi the reason why a media kwa we atem na we Jimmy. Because we don't remember so better because oh Kevin, Papa Kokra we are encho be na Kevin Taylor didn't see make them how foolish these old men are. Mami, please, I need this caption. Where it's here. Now I'm reading on one some kind you. Baby I'm marking it ready. This is what he said. And I quote, when the confusion arose about the Chief Justice going with her husband that they were making for, I said, and I quote, you are all stupid. You are all stupid because you don't seem to understand it. That's a safety valve to make sure she's not alone. End of quote. The former Chief Justice, she had two ways. She could have gone with her husband legitimately. So why did she choose to use the illegitimate way to go with her husband? You are a foolish old man. This is the kind of language these old horses they use. Oh, they are telling us we are stupid. When we tell them tell them back that they are stupid. Hey, yanko heaven. Yeah, crash. Yeah, crash. Yeah, yanko that abba form. Penina we Jimmy. Now, let's go listen to Efutu Pididi. Let's go listen to Efutu Pididi. Efutu Pididi akasa. Afenyo marking. What did he say? Gim. Pididi. No, it's not here. Mrs. I need Efutu Pididi. All right. Abby, that's not it. I don't have it. Mrs. I need. Oh, what's going on? My last story, I wanted to do the story where Afenyomakin Ekatre Eye Ghana for say, or no Afenyomakin no, as a minority leader now with no portfolio, they are going to help the government fight illegal mining. Monkaja Afenyomakin is so about them. Afenyomakin today is a minority leader. Or no Afenyomakin Ekatre Ghana for say, on any minority now, the dumb minority now, they were in power for 8 years. He was the majority leader for 8 years. When it was majority leader when the NPP were in power. When they were in power, time I can say, Chairman won't to me galamsea Minerals Commission edit document by an Afenyomakin them defended Chairman won't to me. And the Afenyomakin you say Jimmy or CO or no any the minority now insignificant. On any minority now, Sebio, almost shada enemy nyansa say the bechichiri mine na yaji mine free omunsem no. Efutu Pididi say, oh, omo epese omo boa aban no na aban no eko galamsey. Afenyomakin kentina Ghana ha 8 years. Ye galamsey wo ni kurom winiba. Ema nsuo ni nyina say ye Afenyomakin ankasa. Afenyomakin ani NPP for tena power. Destroy Ghana and Sasi nyina. In fact, be a forest reserve no. Afenyomakin tina parliament can defend argument kwasia. When Samuel Abujinapo brought a document to parliament that they wanted to enter our virgin forest to mine, Afenyomakin was in parliament as the leader of the piglet and he defended that act. Make sure how foolish Afenyomakin is. And how foolish these NPP people, how foolish they are. They take us for granted every day. Sanko Fowe, led by Afenyomakin when they were in power. Samuel Abujinapo, no yet land minister, or the bill about parliament say, Yembie forest, no, Ekufuado say Yembie forest, no, Bawumiam say Yembie forest, no, na Chema wun to me en wurem, oni Keti Jemfua, Samia Uku, Kojo Ponkroma, NPP for a bomb dinina ewo from Pop Watting document no. Or the bill about parliament say Yenjin tum na Yembie forest na galamsey for more NPP muno ekwe wusimone eye mrekudu kamono Charles Bisum no embon wurem. Afenyomakin eshe suit Vietnam suit eka brofo e defende sa decision na Ekufuado mo aban tekiye. He basically defended it in parliament and said it was right. We should open the forest for NPP foolish galamseyers to enter the forest. Recently, we told the people to come. Let's sit and discuss how to fight illegal mining. On the 78 fools, they didn't come. Oh yeah. This guy takes everybody for granted. Almost NPP for Jimmy. In his small brain, no, or just a gun of when you need Jimmy say NPP for. That's why I keep saying, Ope, one of the dumbest and Obia Sebio or Bomfia with more Afenyomakin. He wants to be like people. And you see, he fits the NPP narrative because majority of NPP for Jimmy, they don't have the intelligence to know, say, he's using them to build himself. And Ayalaga Kachano, the same place, now, and you wouldn't answer, ye be a form, some mumra, niantanasi. Jojo, the engineer send your best of Munina Obiamba, Kwasia, and Otia Kajre said, you are going in the name of God. Afenyomakin is a fool. Makacham say, Tete politics na NPP, you know, they still think it will work. It is not going to work. Suddenly, Onwa Afenyomakina recently, he was supposed to join Ayarga in his group. Oka said the fight against Galamsey, NDC for Ntokwa. And the Ohu cameras in Huma, or say, oh, in the name of God, body didn't be kuna to actually, because he's a liar. And I saw a video of Yesi Afenyomakin, a futu young boys be a youth, Abesrano, Ewa Accra. Now, we share youth now, omudi to me, Afenyomakin. Now, we share omu fin. Now, we share Afenyomakin now, omoko sa light to Abamano, or no suit. Erade Jacopo. And before now, I say, nine. In Mebuna, omu free the constituency, no. Osha sibi omuwaya pepra. Osha omonimu nyina aye fin. Hwentade bi ehye omo neck bi fin bi. Sa youth we no use omo de yankwase adwuma constituency o. And the wabeto dan mo ba won kran. And ne ma ekwa abrochire ba. Wasaje omo sas 99 years. Osha suit aye tofri abrochire. Osha red sole shoes. And o te sankofo na anim na o ka kire omo se maya de. Right now, no, me pese me boamo. Sankofo we na equipe Afenyomakin for parliament for years. Your life. Let's get me the video. Me show video na masre. Me say efutu. Eye moya Afenyomakin constituency mebunu no mo agimi. Wasese omo fie wie nim de o wegu air condition mu. E na o hye seat no ti omo nim. E na o se agimifo. Mo na mo ye nkwase adwuma de me ba nkran. Afenyomakin ne per diem a day sitting on the committee. It can create job for Nkwasiafo Mutim say a photo for youth. Yes, the video is in the system. Pull it for me. Thank you very much. This is the picture, but I need the video. And then I'm say Ghana, the youth no do no Jimmy. Akwana moko pre to me man na also okosom no. Ono she $1,000 suit. And na mona mudi to me ni man no. Mo waya fi no de magu bas ma ban kran. And ono ka bro for achire mo. Look at this. Look at this. Look. Wom. Enkofo no use so omde gi to me. These are the foolish boys. Oto peteshimo mo a osahin. Won in the office. The picture boho. Enkwara we omo nyina nya adwuma. These are dirty boys. You have no hope. Odinkofo we su 8 years when create adwuma mo. And na wase say omo enkofo mo adwuma on the office omo nyina she suit. Omo suit e hye no. Omo shoe e hye no. Hwankwase afo no hwe omo ho. Asie tu omo ofom. The youth mumu bi mo agimi. And this guy is going to play these people for another 4 years because omo agimi. You are not showing any aggression. You are not making him understand the say 2 minutes the man no yamfa ma o se betran kran ne be suit kwasia solve your problems maye o wi na mama 100 Ghana me ka bibia ye wi ade mama lorry fare 200 Ghana 100 Ghana poendu na kwasia for masa kodoma petition na jimini we dan kran na odi jantrafo o say omo be sa na ba parliament win ma the crow because omo agimi mamembo video ni nkire o ya so ka kire omo ohu omo so omo agimi me ka asema kire na wo sere. Where, okay. Besides, thank you for bringing the video in. My member video in Israel. Mo here. Onye. What's Afenyo aid, no? Oh, suit a Afenyo aid. The secretary. She prepaid youth for no. I say Nkoko ma. Who fin prepaid youth. Nkofo 45 to 50. Oma wo be 44. One to hu nyina. So close to one to hu. San kwasiafo no do omobu nkofo ewo efutu na odi wini power no ne tax ni nie. I am happy now we have all of them on camera. If you are say there o set trap na o set ma ho. You see, these are the thugs that o use omo wini ba. Right now we are going to profile every single one of them. Wemo ye be shepu obia enim. These are the boys Afenyomakin dey to trust them wini ba the wini power. Prepaid youth. Shankokura way from prepaid youth. In Kofu, I cut 3 years, 4 years, nobody 50. And now for your market, Jimmy way 47 or 45 years. We use Kofu way. The age mate ni omo. The age mate ni san Kofu way. The classmate ni omo. But when we Jimmy or from prepaid you, right? Or from prepaid youth. Yeah. If you vopa, you get the yeah. Of rubber prepaid youth. We move of rubber prepaid youth. Some kwara way, sa in kwara way no do omo boom kofo winiba. Now you see, the good thing is obi anim wa ha. Ye benya butse twa obi anim 1-1. Ye be obia profile, obia ye be obi anim na da to paper so na ama IGP ehu. We mu no de omo di bone no. Sa kofo we e no mugu eye efutu a omo bon kofo tuo e wo kofo sikan etwitwa NPP NDC fo e wo winiba no. Sa boys we a. Oh, the oka kire omo oh, isi as the party no. Na ye nyina na ye position isi ya ba opposition oni bibia mo enti sisi ade wo wi a wo man panyifo ba asambra fie omo kura ho bon no mo ba ne fie wa akra ofere kura se mo nyina be ba ne fie na nka so mo nyina be ba ne dem ne bedroom betena ho e be da ne fie 3 days no o se wonko akura ase na no wonja panyifo ba asa na won bra bi fie na minja won kwan kwasiafo ohum se mo agimi ofere kura mpo se obe host mo ne fie ose mo ho bon no monko na monja omo miensa omo ho bon no a omo ntumi yisu perfume papa enhye suit papa no wonje ba asan we chiri na minja won kwan ya infantika se kase yenja wo kwan a ya ma sika kakramfo ka aboa sika de ma no entumi ma wo mbo bra. And these fools when you're from youth know sa boys so no do mu di bonen ma me enlarge o mani mu nkire o very bad boys. Woman in any betcha obi anim dia poster we mu criminal boys woman won afenya mark again o ye dwon on fe shen ne to kokokokokokokokoko on person be ban kofo no po omo ho bon obi ani wo omo nyina kiss roll on omo yuzu omo nyina kiss roll on obi ani wani roll on bro 30 Ghana in kofo omo nyina free wini babaye obi ani wani roll on bon e bro 30 Ghana kiss roll on oma ko ni ma sunlight omo nyanyanya we mu no de omo di awu no e futu no yeah. And we thank God say ye hu omo nyina anim prepaid boys ye da say me see omo nyina boys sa a boys taxi o de omo ba ankran ya o say omo nko no omo nyina omo ntade nyina ka bo ma endu 40 Ghana omo nyina ntade omo mu go on ohun afejo Martin the secretary for me ohun ntade she omo won see te she omo won omo ena won ko from the afenyo Martin ba power ohun ntade she omo won omo hu fin o ka chom so won ko na won je ba asan we chiri na ba asan won bra me fie na minja won kwan ye ka so bi ka se infantim mirija wo kwan a ye ka kre bi fo ka 100 200 I do so kura so mo agimi monoma petechiri bia o man hena ba osahin we no use omo no thugs. These are the killers, these are the murderers. We no di boni man wo aye den efutuo. Now I'm happy we have all of them, their names, we have their faces. Na mo de ba de you from saying prepaid youth and the munye ready nye on momo youth mum. And the munye ready na munye momo youth. She mami enlarge she end 2025 yes a jeans jacket she akwana wa body tin o sha jeans akronfo nko o kwase bo akronfo nko a we mu no toto petition mo no mu wonko for sekan kokromo ko hwe. These are the boys he uses kwase ade o ya ni o hwe boys om de to we omo nyina ne age group he omo mo te wona omo ne te akonwa so no omo nyina ne age epe akwana o te ne left no sha brown ne nim gase se 34 brass band stick no the osha brown shirt no oni afenyo marking pe the osha yellow kura de wenyini cha afenyo marking the otefa me see omo nyina nyini cha no but afenyo marking use omo se mboa o use he amanfo boyfriends o amanfo ye mu mma hwe Lacoste bi a hyehyehye omo ase ye tuwo mo kantamanto fom hwe Lacoste bi a hyehyehye omo obi a shirt ano asei Chelsea for nemu ena France for say omo ho basa omo ho fin hwa fe no marking aid no hwe suit bi a hye no hwe oba no ne ho kokoko na adwo so oba obede ti san kwasiafo we girl ya kokko ya otare nchen we ya enkofo no person mu free office omo ho bon win onye say girl obede ti any of the people then apo ka wajimi ne to kokoko girl ya o sha ho fian ya ne concert kokohwedie oju se nkwasiafo bugwe ohun omu so mbema ohun omu nyina se apo ona sa akode ka kire woro ohun omu nyina ti se odwanti ehiafo kwasiafo mugogurase girl ya o sha ho yi afenyo marking AD debi afenyo marking ka otiechire na tinted glass ye hunum ye kosu mesi ohun sankofo nyina ti se odwanti o se enwane doso na moska mo nyina mo boxes to atete obie de all boxes 4 e was sankofo obie de all boxes 4 yetumi si 4 ne ahata none of them ehiafo ma de gi to me hwenkwasiafo obie ni all boxes 4 ye betumi si ni nyina one de ahata obenya bibie pia bontere si esi the boxes nyina o de bente be pie e kire obo bente e se de na yabo Yesu ansa na owu asendua so no si esi the boxes 4 ni nyina e kire obo bente pie meso me bente e kire obo ni bente antina eyi part wo mu no wo hye wo bente na se rasta man chese wo hye dross na rasta wo hye wo bente na se rasta busa sa wo hye dross e kire obo hye bente these boys none of them they wear bente. I stop boy no to the English jack a part will be eyeing. These boys are all these boys from Widiba Kwashe boys aka prepaid boys, none of them nation bente, none of them the way them bente. There's a boys way Widiba boys are conform we are after your market on bankrano obiedwa o shebente or enye. There is this agenda against the NDC government. There is this agenda against the Mahama administration. And this agenda, free some of the media houses in Ghana. Now, deliberate because as we speak today, Ghana Nibia Bejiatum say the government of the day is delivering. The NDC government is basically working. And it is hard for anybody to find anything significant to be a obo to make jinas waka say we dey pese di gu aban ni mase we dey pese e prove kire say o man no enkoso. So you could see say and now you can see say your group of media houses be Ghana say nipa kobi they want to make stories out of nothing. They want to find every way to embarrass the government, to make it look like say this government is not competent and this government is not working. But you see, because Ghana former band these people are failing. One typical media house, multimedia, especially Joy News. Makachem Waha say in Ghana today, we loud silence media, a media general. Whether you like it or not, the viewership a media general kuta, any loud silence media kuta, any media house be to say a ways of kutano, a Joy News, they don't have it. In fact, when you watch Joy News channel, you can see so almost only one show, which is the news. After that, yakenyina baller. Any businessman, any multi-million-dollar company will not invest their money and say, I'm going to place my ad on Joy News. So right now, their strategy is they want to try and malign the government. They create news that is not newsworthy, and they want to force it on the people for the people to start saying, say, Joy, a report. But you see, as much as they try, it's not working because social media today has given a lot of people, has enlightened a lot of Ghanaians to know, say, and yet the other two and the facts, unless say we prove it beyond reasonable doubt, it's just a fact. Now, Joy News Forward, a year agenda be multimedia, the cocaine media. They have this agenda, say, they want to do everything possible and make this government look unpopular. Now, their idea in the United States, yes, I buying way betam sika momo. A buying way Eddie, a buying a year. I'm talking about government advertisements, government deals, they want to put pressure on the government stupidly for the government to, at the end of the quell and say, okay, mama yanfa are buying events, momo, mama yanfa are buying government ads, momo. That is what they are doing. And now that the government too is not quelling, the government too is not bending because the government is not doing anything wrong, they are going on a journey. It is not journalism. They are going on a tangent. It is basically to just malign people, discredit people, destroy a government they know for a fact that that government is working. Until when their viewership has dropped, people are not interested in Joy News. All because they, at this point, say it is not a news outlet that you can trust. It is a news outlet that politicians use to deceive Ghanaians. So when you hear Joy News say fearless, it is a news outlet that is full of their money takers. They basically sabotage people. They are not fearless. They are corrupt. They are not fearless. They are liars. They are not factual. They are gendarmes. Into Joy News, as we sit in Ghana, Ghanaians are supposed to be very careful when it comes to Joy News, because right now what they are looking for is Sabani ye Jumadia Yempe Kwine Bisunian Sayabino. Let's kill Jandam right now. Team, stay with me. Now this is another Jandam I want us to kill. And then sorry, you know. The Ayabehu Ewo Joy News are almost spreading information almost spreading Ewo Ghana. Edigu Obani Hufin, Edigu Mr. Dumeluvo, the former attorney auditor general Hufino. It is a newsroom thing. You see, the news editor of Joy News, I saw a bodam for, and I'm going to do a whole scandal on the news editor of Joy News. Newsroom, the person who is in charge of the news, I'm going to do a job on that person. Then you will know how corrupt and those criminality Obi to say Evans Mensah. When NPP power Omoni Kojo Yangsemo, they created companies. And those companies they created, they were taking contracts from the government in the name of consultancy. Now we'll be proving to you Ghana. They know say if the NPP does not come back, filthy money now before they are not going to get it again. Now this is what they are doing. Now look at the caption that they've put up. Oral data included garbage entries collected without verification. Now, you will see say the same story. NPP vindicated as Oral was a complete waste of time. Menchia South MP. Now, I took my time today to sit with my team to look at the kind of caption that Joy News edema this particular Asama Esino. Yesterday, they had a show where they had this cow who is from Menchia South, where obviously he was in the studios of Joy News. And during the show, they called Daniel Dumeluvo, the former Auditor General, to speak on Oral, because the Attorney General had come out to do a press conference or to speak to Ghanaians on how or update us on the cases he's working on. Inti, as usual, they don't have any news. They don't have any content on Joy News. It's a waste of time. Mr. Dumeluvo gave Joy News that respect and said, I'll speak as a member of Oral team now that were basically taking information to hand over to the Attorney General. Remember, as some of Papandeka no TV, we all heard it. But you see, what Joy News tried to do, and then they tried to create this idea in the system, say, Oral ejuma omuye no, Oral ejuma no, garbage. And in fact, omu hunipa oye MPP ni ono so betina hono. In some na Dumeluvo ka yeni nyina, they interviewed Dumeluvo about the work of Oral, about what went into Oral ejuma omuye, about specifically what Oral represents. Because remember, majority of Ghanaians from the beginning, they thought to say Oral was going to do the job of the Attorney General. But Oral was going to be a committee that was going to take people's grievances and people's information and then sift through the information to give to the Attorney General and see the ones that are prosecutable. Oral's job was basically like a bridge, or kind of simple sieve, to sieve information the ones they believe is credible, they will give it to the Attorney General. Now let's go. When they asked him, and the good thing about the Oye and say, "Oh my Ghana 40 Oral ejuma say," but you see, Evans Mensah and it said about Tankurabano, his interest was the word that Dumeluvo used to say. Some of the data we collected were garbage, meaning even though they collected them, it was of no use. They did not meet the standard that they were looking for to move it to the Attorney General. Dumelvo was trying to tell Jimmy and it is about time Kuraban say. What we did was that we opened our doors, we were collecting data, we were collecting information. Obianfa de onimumbra. Yenye investigations. But we look at what you have brought. We go through it. When we see say it makes sense or it has something valuable in it, what we do is we pass it on to the Attorney General. Now, Attorney General and Ghana are the right to investigate and prosecute. Enti, so we tell Dumelivoka sana, journalist Onimian he or she would dwell on the work of oral. Send a bay obet much Ghana and or TPZ and say, oh, oral na ya can no majuma any investigations. Now, omajuma to collect data, collect information, and go through because Dumelivo Kasano or say, Omubi a ye upon the se Obianfa de Wehum Embra, another Wati Embra, and the Kutana Yengina Sombrano, Nipa bebre di bebri baye. Ebimu or the Enpa, Sanya Mom de Bayan, and not ensure the Ninjina swore. Even though it is in their possession, it is garbage to them in court because Omun to me find yashi. Let me make it simple for Evans Mensa the Tisa about time Kraba. Even Joy News, when they send reporters out to go and cover an event, that's the event, 1 hour. Sa reporter no ko abontene na se ode ne report ba. What the reporter does is, sa 1 hour event no cover the reporter only at the end of the day picks out what he or she and the editor thinks say it is valuable to the listeners. Inti, and they say President Mahama, High Court, Appeals Court judges be, and our court judges be, and the Oma Omojuma, and I say, and the event be see. Now, as a journalist, if you join news, call no di 1 hour. Now, or recording Nina Sia, or bad joy news, that's or Barbecue news, on more 1 hour Nina. But that does not also mean, say, Sa 1 hour no could you or no material now, the free location, hoba, and material Nina garbage. No. Now, see, you bear 4 minutes every 1 hour, Nimna botch the Ghana for, na Ghana for 8 no say, oh. As some way in a course, so it was a department way and not event we are. It does not mean say the rest of the minutes now yambono a garbage. Technically, it's garbage because that moment no went to man find your news no. But that news now or cover 1 hour no, it goes into the editor's archives because in the future, a beer obi can assemble event nasia we might need it and play. Into the moment that our report and bebana. Or the 1 hour tape baba ye be you 2 abo ana emu 2 minutes per abo no it technically makes a 1 hour tape no about 58 minutes or 48 minutes of that tape garbage. That does not mean say report and the buy no everything is trash. And that was what Dumelivo was trying to tell Evans Mensa kwasi ampenyi na ni ti se oba tan kraba no. It was simple. Or see any oral. Our mandate is simple. Collect information, collect data from emails, from WhatsApp, from hard copies. When we get them, we look at them. The ones which we think say very, very solid, we pass it on to Attorney General. Even those ones, when they get to Attorney General, it is at the Attorney General's own discretion whether to move on with it or not. So, investigations, they receive information and they pass it on to the Attorney General. But look at this foolish journalist sitting on TV. Now, as someone do Melevo Kaninano, so your journalist now Nimyansana say, oh, person didn't correction kofona. Now, no see na you were supposed to rehash and say, you know what, Mr. Dumelivo is educating Ghanaians about the role or what oral does. And in that small minutes now, Dumelivo Kasano, na or tre oral for Juma omoye, or tre send your munya information, and or such a muse omunyan shishemu. The information na na the omu say ano edin no the Attorney General. So why is it say adiachi Joy News in the morning they basically made this their caption: oral data included garbage entries collected without verification. How do you put this out? What is the motive behind this? Because one, you want to discredit the person you interviewed. That is it. You want to discredit the oral committee. You want to discredit the government. A diabolic mission. You are stupidly stupid to do this because you are basically misinforming and disinforming the populace. That Ghana for try to omutrim in this obi to na otie caption no na say or just or share caption keka technically into oral ejuma we nyina garbage. This is the foolish journalism we are talking about in Ghana. Journalism in Ghana, the job na Joy News here no almost say Ghana misinforming Ghana. Man na do dan kweku for say Ghana. Into Ghana na say for 8 years no Joy News played a bigger role in it. How do you do that? Into omuwe no and this guy also na no se ponko baby no also betina ho first time MP we onim she he's daft. NPP vindicated as oral was a complete waste of time. How is NPP vindicated? Unless you are a dumb politician, unless you are foolish as a lawyer, unless you did not understand the English, not Dumelivo Ejina TV no so no worker. Because the bad thing about this whole thing is Dumelivo Kasano na Ponko Anuwe na Ottawa, he was listening to Dumelivo. So out of mischief, out of misinformation and disinformation, out of hatred for the truth, out of Jimmy, baby, we have been vindicated. The NPP can never be vindicated when it comes to crimes. When we talk about crime, corruption, Jimmy, it is NPP. So what did Dumelvo say in that interview? A vindicating NPP. Why? NPP are known as criminals because when ORA was put together, ORA wasn't put together because of NPP. ORA was put together because of corruption and corruption related issues. So why are you NPP taking say ORA was just targeting you? It is because your hallmark is corruption. It is crime. Because nobody said say oral it's targeting MPP for. They said oral is targeting corruption. And why is it that today you can say oral asama MPP for say you have been vindicated? This guy is just a dumb idiot. That they say these people the kind of seat parliament, seat, you don't have to fight. The only say one this way, any issue share our roto, and every time we get fools like these coming to parliament without any substance. Because we all listen to Eddie, we listened to the interview. Dumelivo took time. Onya break which day. As simple as that. Oti oral for Juman say. And what way I wish me? What to Kumasi? Maybe I will Kumasi Municipal Assembly and now Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly or whatever you call it. Now we are now your accountant to her and a Nipana or Hono and I Nipa Wichem Ibia Mahama time, a kufu the time, and now and the Nipebi ho, Nasa or Bokrono na Owan Krata, Otamon Kratana, Ubet me email Koma oral. Otamon Kratana, Ubetma was Sapidia Koma oral. Otamon Kratana, Ubetme Meli, Edia Map Post, Edia Koma oral. That is their job. Omon Saka, no more biem. Omu biema no ma king can say, we dear, and we ding. Young farmer attorney general. Oral, omuni powers here, the prosecuting the peer. Oral, omunya investigations. Oral is basically a hub whereby they collect all the information, the data, and transfer to the attorney general. In fact, say oral the 10 document ekoma attorney general. Na attorney general shem that's what we say 10 ninjina so attorney general can choose not to prosecute anybody from that 10. But oral so to be the 10 akọ attorney general betumi who 10 ninjina eye investigations and who say we mu there or say prosecuting na. That is the job of oral. Entire then akwa we also a school a lawyer. Jimmy was so say NPP has been vindicated. Vindicated from what? And I keep telling Ghana for me say the Joy News Jandam News news outlet na yedi cocaine sikati grooming a lot of criminals in Ghana. Majority of the people in politics today Joy News majority of the criminal lawyers in Ghana today, those who are calling themselves we are journalists, we are senior journalists, it is who Joy News because they groom criminals. Look at Agyapong Nkrumah, look at Isankuma, look at somebody like Ayekweku Bakumo, look at Egbert Fable. All these people coming out of Joy News are all criminals they groomed because that is the only place that they will give criminals the opportunity to exhibit their criminal tendencies. It's very careful with Joy News, a very dangerous outlet. In Ghana today, open credible news. You have to go to Media General. You have to listen to Loud Silence TV. There are other criminal news credible news outlets out there who are giving you people the news, the right news. Joy News is fake news. They don't get it why the NDC government is not giving them money, and the NDC government will not give anybody money at Joy News. Any day I will hear say any NDC person at Tamsikama Joy News if they are credible, they need to work hard to be credible. They are not fearless, they are criminals. And I am letting Ghanaians know the kind of media house Ghana. Don't trust Joy News. Video no. The only part I say the word garbage that was used, and he used it in the right context, because it is not every chaff that came to oral and also Mupushima Attorney General. No, it is not every chaff or garbage. A bedroom oral for TV table so and also the Attorney General. So he was right. Dumelivo was right to use that word, unless Evans Manson and the said. Until unless he lacks comprehension on twin church and not say the ketamane butu for the trim in for yachimano nobody atro say mino. Now let's kill another jandam. Joy News for Estati Adiebi, they just want to distract this government. Me say Joy News muni chance biem ewifo and yes sorry pa Joy News as started adie me say they are finding every means omugalam say documentary by egu atonsuom and go around the nation. People are seeing the work the 9 months a year. People are seeing the work the land minister is putting in. People are seeing the work Ghana Police Service are putting. People are now seeing a government that is trying to fight illegal mining. And right now, they don't know what to do. They are frustrated. Joy News, good material, new content, new. Now, their agenda is that let's make the government unpopular. It is not going to work as far as people like us, we are around. Because you see, Joy News more. And yetina homa kwekuba akomoko tina woka kachire Ghana for say Nana Addo Kwaku a lawyer, Abraham Munimu Kwaku a drug addict. Nietia and Joy News for Yabeka just said Nana Addo Kwaku Sebio already or nipa bia ondi yokogareda ondi gobeda obetuma chire Ghana. Omutia no beka just say Kufuado or a lawyer. Joy News for we had to be creative story to a team. And you see, we allowed them, we gave them room, and they propagated all these lies into the system. Fed the Ghanaian with lies and they run this country down to zero. We are not going to take chances again. We are not going to let any jandam slide. We are going to stop every jandama. Mo person mo the same man. Okay? And pay omuhudi omonka. Sorry and pay another one abeto. Oh. Who should be moved away from his or her ministry if there is a reshuffling or cabinet shake-up today? At this point, about we're going to 1 year. If the government wants to reshuffle or the president wants to reshuffle, he will. We lived with Nana Addo Kwaku for the Jimmy way for how many years? How many times to reshuffle here? You people were never able to tell a Kufuor's government that who should be reshuffled. It's a jandam. They want to distract the government. John Dramani Mahama has selected the best. If he feels that somebody isn't performing or he feels somebody will do better at a particular place or a particular position, it is in his right to do that changes. You Evans Mensah, who Kojo Yankson, and Kwasiafo Makano, say one started Joy News as where you are. You have been moved around like Ashawo for draws because the Joy News desk, they look at where at the point you have to put. Who Evans Mensah, na baby I will host show, I will host na host. But for some reason, they have moved you there, and they have moved somebody to the morning show, and they have moved somebody to the 6 p.m. news. It does not make it look like, say, unim de oye. It is at the point, say, agency, and I say, news room number one, almost feel say, they need to move you around. They'll move you around. Sanya way no person we na omudi ayedien or time bi beto ayedien eye NDC abanim. Omudi Ekufuado Jimmy wait na 8 years. Ekufuado could not do any reshuffling because Kwasiafo did not do anything like this. in less than a year, they have come to line up ministers. Oh, Mahama, Enya reshuffling, Onya reshuffling in Kwahi. You people, your job is to make sure you inform the people. The real job, you are not doing it. Go and do your job. Dirty people at Joy News. Very dirty criminals. And you see, the filthy thing they are doing, and they think what they are doing, it is going to bring Bawumia to power. It is going to make the NDC government unpopular. It is going to change anything. It is not going to change anything. Every single minister here, our president, the president is watching. Now, it's so funny. Look, Omane Boama is even in there. Mutala is in there. How stupid can these people be? How stupid can you be? The disrespect. The disrespect from Joy News. Now, you put ministers there. You put cabinet. You know, some of these people, we lost them in the line of duty. Their families are still mourning. Now, my Jiminti, people who are, with all due respect, who are even dead, you put them in here. What are you trying to achieve? What are you people at Joy News? Joy News, what are you people trying to achieve? The disrespect and the stupidity with this. This is cheap politics. This is cheap politics. And you see, journalism, you people should understand. Things are not the way they used to be before. You people are not going to work in any room for anybody to say, hey, Joy News reporter. It is not going to happen again, because nobody see you people as some extraordinary human beings with some special intelligence. We know the level of your intelligence. We know the jandam you are doing. This is a group. Sebio Omwa. They were working for us. They were working. You come to put their pictures there, say the government should reshuffle them. Are you stupid? Who is the head of news, the newsroom in Joy? Just a Joy for Jimmy. The news editor is the most stupid news editor. Where are the ethics? And Jimmy Fowemaka will say, oh, we are doing traditional media. We are wearing suit. These are dirty riffraffs. These are very dirty, useless people. And you see, you sit there and you ask them, what's the end game? We can let you know Ekufuado, the reshuffling timeline. Now here, thank you very much, team. Let me show it to them. In Kwasiafo, you people think say you can get away with murder this time. Joy News, you won't get away with murder. How long has this government been in power? NDC Abanwe, Omoba power. It is saying, my answer time Ekufuado power. Niansho Henry Ekufuado the way he did reshuffling. So what was it? Was it reshuffling or interchanging positions? Now let me show you this. In Kwasiafo muti Ghana, and I'm with Joy News. Edada Ghana for Jimmy for. Now look at this. Let me show you this. This is under Ekufuado. Now mention my the Joy News with Jimmy. Yeah, this is under Ekufuado. Nana Danko Ekufuado came to office in 2017 January. Ekufuado Eba office. Nana Danko Ekufuado did minor adjustment. Otna officer to 2018 August. January. Obedu odi 1 full year wanye reshuffling. SID another 8 months kahun. Nana Danko Ekufuado. And no krano, he did not do major reshuffling. I want you people to know Kwasiafo Mugu Joy News. You think you can distract the government? You think you can distract people working for Ghanaians? No. Nana Danko Ekufuado bedina abemu from 7th January 2017. Wanye any serious major reshuffling till August 2018. Now, some deputy ministers were reassigned. Deputy ministers. Wanye any major cabinet reshuffle after a year and 8 months. Because this government has been in power for like 9 months to 10 months. You people are telling the government, say, they should do reshuffling. What kind of stupid journalism is that? What kind of foolish infant journalism is this? What kind of myopic, foolish journalism is this? You think this thing can change the direction or how the government is focused? No. Now, after winning January 2021, post-election reappointment, from 2017, Ekufuado never did any major thing. In 2018 August, and minor adjustment, and deputy ministers, one in Sanka cabinet. Nana Danko Ekufuado, one in Sanka cabinet, all the way to 2021, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. after elections, after winning re-election in December 2020, Akufo-Addo retained most of its ministers. Alan Kyerematen, Ken Ofori-Atta, and others continued in their roles. Now, from 2017 all the way to 2021, how many years? Akufo-Addo did not do any serious cabinet reshuffling. 99% of his cabinet ministers were retained. That was how many years? From 2017 to 2023. How many years that? Now look at something. March 2023, Trade Minister Alan Kyerematen, NKT, Efrimu, and KT Amombesho, and no. But today, you come and put this list on your page. Who is going to be reshuffled? Who is going to be moved? You think John Mahama is a fool like the owner of Joy News? You think John Mahama is stupid? He was into drugs like the owner of Joy News, like the same Agyapong. You think John Mahama has been into drug business and built a media house like the owner of Joy News? Because Agyapong say the owner of Joy News was involved in drugs. That is how he was able to build this Joy News. And this is the stupid thing that sometimes pisses us off. What do you see, Jimmy? This is your NPP. This is your Akufo-Addo. That your toy president who is a drug addict. This is what he did in 8 years. One year reshuffling, major reshuffling. Now Mahama about power 10 months, 11 months. Mahama and reshuffle the cabinet to please who? Masa. Bibia a free banner. Ekwan wawu. And so mo anya steady. Na mama yan chichire man we are. Adie bia ebesi wo Ghana no ebe mwa was join you so. Ye Alan Kyerematen ye di KT Amon be show eno ano no. The foolish people who helped Akufo-Addo to dupe Ghana, they were all in their positions. He kept all of these animals in their position. You didn't have a problem with it. You didn't have any issue with it. You did not put all the pictures on the screen to tell Akufo-Addo to do reshuffling in 9. In Kwasiafo, we will stay on you people. We will not change. We will make sure we stop Jandam in Ghana. Right now, no. Media house I Ghana Jandam pa Joy News. Let's move forward. Because I'm saying we are killing Jandam. Now, there's another Jandam I want us to kill. And I think majority of you people know Obia Ehusa Jandam no, and it's got to do with a year or true for Bawumia. And you see, Mamika be chairman. Bawumia cannot change you. Bawumia or ye lying demon. Bawumia sika editwa ne bema no na atro tare ho yatro ho the lies. Mahamudu Bawumia, he is a liar, and it's so funny say he has grown to believe in his lies. And then it's dangerous for the NPP, no. On Bawumia, he's growing, and the funny thing is he's growing and believing in the lies he tells every day. And it is dangerous when you have such a person, Bawumia, or to say Adolf Hitler. Okunipa, Sebi Omenkasa Bawumia Okunipa. Bawumia lifestyle to say Adolf Hitler. Now, even though he knows he's hurting people, he's hurting families, he's hurting children, or pay reason be to believe said you're all and you're bonnet. You see? And that is what Bawumia is doing, and that is what he's been doing for years. Mahamudu Bawumia a chatro. Now you see, we chatro to the point say he has come to believe in the lies. Until sometimes when he's lying and he's laughing and he's lying, in his head, he doesn't see it as a lie. He sees it as something that makes him happy. He sees a consistent lies, as something that satisfies his soul. Into why I say Adolf Hitler? Why is it or a political Adolf Hitler? Or to say Adolf Hitler in politics? Adolf Hitler no na odi bone. Adolf Hitler no okuma, na okujufo, na oshinipa, na o separating kwara from mamenom. Adolf Hitler wanted a reason until he reason and all the yes and say he went through some trauma until he's going to pay people back. Even though he said not all your he still did it because and then man is satisfaction. And that is the same thing Mahmoud Bawumia is doing. He's the modern day political Adolf Hitler when it comes to lies. Bawumia lies and believes in the lies. And it makes him happy. Now, what is he saying? Mobile money interoperability. Before the advent of mobile money interoperability in 2018, the number of registered mobile money agents in Ghana stood at 107,415. However, mobile money interoperability, which allowed transaction between all mobile networks and bank accounts boosted the industry, with the number of registered agents increasing to over 900,000 now to create more jobs. Now, there's a video of Bawumia standing in front of the NPP piglets. Messias, I need a video. And telling them, say, oh, and the Ghana na no. Sebio, so be to be sending Sikafri the phone so echo bank. Every bank echo obi phone so. Every airline obi phone so echo obi another phone so. Eyo no Bawumia and the buyer making sure that na possible. Aqua way onye okay. Psychologically, or your political political Hitler. When it comes to Atro, he lies and he trusts the lies. And you see, because majority of the people who follow Bawumia, he carries them along. He makes them believe in the lie because he believes in consistent lies. The more you speak it, the more you are consistent. The more you tell them about toilet, the more you tell them about this, the more you stay consistent in your lies, you become a master of lies. And the people who follow you, they tend to become sheep. So they follow you everywhere you go. And that is the strategy he has used in the NPP. And from the time Akufo-Addo introduced Bawumia into the NPP, Bawumia decided or realized to say, if he's consistent in a particular message and does not move away from that consistency, which is lies, the party followers, that is the foolish masses, that is what they understand. You see, majority of NPP for if you want them to believe you, it's about being consistent in your lies. And the on say, Obi to be an say, oh, Kevin Taylor, NPP ni ba to market Kevin Taylor, mami a jantreni. All the NPP people, that's what they will say. NPP ni ba to be an Kevin Taylor, yes, on this studio or more basement. NPP for that is how the NPP is. And this time NPP for I have a reason for saying this because Bawumia who a problem no or solution in them. Or say in no doso. And all that you need to do is put them in a line, put them in a straight line, and then consistently let them chase one leaf. And that leaf is the leaf of lies. Now, this is the same man. Alternative so I catch a Ghana for you and say, time and I buy, time about politics, time about NPP race, na NDC buy a John Mahama, na interoperability, mobile money transfer, and never heard that. But you see, today he stands on stage and or share the foolish masses. NPP for say be omuko school omako echira JSS no onim so mo agimi omia agina NPP for nim so oye campaign yen to abama ne mesa be flag bearer e ka kire omu nyina say because onse dodo na agimi o se me time me baaye no na Ghana obi ntumi send sika emfri momo emfri Vodafone enko MTN emfri MTN enko bank accounts ba omia gina 2025 me say wanzam ni otwa ba omia be ma no sika na odu twa no bafo no ni atro ho lies made in lies. This is a guy onim said ye oka no oboa but unim sa okoto se obi gina baby na se odeceive nkofo bi ni aka se papa we de sa na otie o de bia oya onya no hoko oh you say kromfo we de kejetia kromfo we de ono obewia osisia o. It is because the people have come to accept to say ne kro no na obo no omaji atum. Na sanko start we ade na nke de hama boni trimu a anko bi bank onka say we de kejetia kromfo oya obewia o because oni nkofo we anante ache oni san ntwaboa we anante ache oni this low minded fools am from NPP followers no ono man anante ache onim so muntumi kinkan onim so muntumi nya research onim so muntumi busa questions onim so mu ye nwan until he keeps feeding them chaff. Now December omia ono an certain radio so kan asem okan no but otena radio so magana fo nyina hu say time o mobile power no na interoperability contract no ho. That means it was running. It's a contract that had been signed by the NDC government. Time about omia about power. Time NPP about power. Near sending momo, near your momo transfer or Ghana. Even interbank transfer, it was there. Inti Bawomiana Kasa, I don't know if you say we di a trade rule na Jesiano, Bansiri de Gunasino, say Sebio Bansiri no Echichini Yemo, say Bansiri no Asayo. I think say a trade rule could be and Bansiri no Echichini Yem. Inti awana manenya constipation okay kan kwase asem no be ka che sade on also obeto ye na ya sign contract na it was in progress no or say afede on na dey san hihye ne baaye Bawumia de ɔse ɛkye no ɛwɔ circle ne yɛworɔ no ho na yɛde ɛyɛ deɛ bɛntoa yɛnyam asuru wisa ɛfam wisa kekeduro yɛnyam eburo kakra ne yɛde apetishi ɛyɛ deɛ yɛde prego ayɛ no na yɛkɔfa ɛyɛ krama pempem heba freak ne yɛde ɔboase betes kakra fra na afei yɛde ɛyɛ deɛ ɛyɛ dwaye ne yɛde so clean ɛne them ne yɛde saba Bawumia because akwa no I say ɔno ɔne atro odi atro ofi atro Bawumia jonso atro Bawumia is the almighty eba atra you cannot do anything about it just akwa no oye just oye atro nipa anko e bible nipa anko ye atro nipa anko ye Judas Mahamudu Bawumia say anko e bible mu nipa anko ye Judas just say atro ya akwa ne de odi tro metro esu just say akwa ne ye trofo les joints oye trofo ankasa. Just say you cannot believe him for a single minute. The only people who believe Bawumia are the fools in the NPP. Those are the only fools in Ghana. Because you see, only the Bawumia NDC. The only party in Ghana today. Ube to me Jimmy Musea. NPP. Na him for him.